Right, so we've got everybody here. Time to dive in to City of Gilgamesh, episode 52. So, when last we saw our heroes, Nate the Human Ranger, Gobs the Turtle Warlock, Othokent the Lizard Folk Life Domain Cleric, Talah the Half-Orc Druid, and Abraham the Human Wizard. The group decided to continue to pursue finding one of the rare materials. They ended up getting the contact information of how to get in touch with a group called the Dusk Runners, and have proceeded to hop through all the little hoops to get finally in touch with their leader. And my notes are gone. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping track of my notes. Where'd he go? Hold on just a second.
John, what's that in your mouth?
The note?
Spit it out. No. Bad John.
No. Oh.
I cannot believe I did not save this dude's name. Why are they not in my notes? They are in my notes. I just can't read. Okay, so initially met with Rilga Durgost, who runs Durgost and Sons Fine Stones in the Gold Dragon Ward. They use the appropriate security passcode to gain access to the leader of the Dusk Runners, who is High Miner Beldrock Narvlek. Upon meeting him, it was discovered he's a very old deep gnome who is very eccentric. And in conversing about the possible purchase of Hiziker, they found out that it has a tremendous cost to it. However, they were offered a solution. Rather than having to pay for it, if the group was willing to infiltrate a gala being held by Alexei Thymar, one of the most well-known construction company owners, as well as master metalsmith in the city, and infiltrate into his secret vault, they could recover the recipe for Hiziker, as he is the sole person in the city that can actually refine it. And if you were to return with that, they would be happy to provide you with the amount of Hiziker that you are looking for at no cost in exchange for the recipe, because then that gives the Dusk Runners the opportunity to corner that market themselves. So it's a win-win for everybody. The dear Mr. Beldrock was taken by Talah, so he took Talah. So Talah has stayed with him as he has sent you all off to find a way into the gala and to prepare accordingly. The gala is this same evening, so the group first and foremost went to the Golden Thread, where they were able to get makeovers and get snazzy new clothing, and then they proceeded to find a invitation off of a gentleman who cannot hold his liquor over at a bar where he was pre-gaming, and then bribed their way in for everyone else. So when we last left off, all of you had gotten into the gala itself, and you were beginning to strategize and whatnot. So let's go ahead and enter that phase of everything. All right, so the group has entered the compound of Alexei Thymar, and we were just now beginning to decide how we were going to go about... Oh, I forgot to mention, Abraham did use Arcane Eye, cruise around a little bit before everything got started to try to get an idea of the layout, as well as where certain areas that were restricted from Arcane Eye, aka Scrying. So you've got a couple ideas of where hidden stuff could be. Awesome. So you guys have all gotten in. What would you like to do?
All right, lady and gentleman, we have a rough idea of where everything is that might be of interest. Are we going to find out where it is?
Do we like split or? Yeah, we probably should.
So there's those. I just put into chat the buildings or areas that were scribe locked.
Mm-hmm.
And with the arcane eye, just Abe's going to outline as the structure, everything, how it looks. Can I attempt to draw a map?
We're currently inside, right?
Yeah, you guys are currently inside. You can.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We're inside. We found a quiet place to do all that stuff.
Definitely.
Okay, so I describe it to them so they're able to visualize it more than likely.
Hmm.
Now, where do I put the arcane eye? It lasts for an hour. How long did it take me to do the full scout?
By the time you did the full scout and you guys have gotten in, your arcane eye definitely would have expired.
Okay. And it does see dark vision. Did that help in any fashion?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
So as much as I would like to be helpful in all the scouting things, I'm decently stealthy, but my magic is mainly focused around keeping people alive.
well, I can make you invisible and let you do whatever you want to do for 2 minutes.
Hmm.
I mean, at the very least, I want to see the master bedroom.
Yes, what are you going to do when you're in the master bedroom? You seem a little mischievous with that statement.
When isn't Gobs mischievous when she's in the master bedroom?
Goes in there and Amber herds the place.
No, I need a mega pint of wine first.
Good lord.
I was about to say, who is the fastest among us again?
Not Gobs.
Actually, I think it might be Nate.
With his spells? Doesn't he have a spell that boosts his speed for a bit?
I think one of the ranger things you can take increase your movement speed. I don't know if you
Next.
took it though.
I don't know if he did either. Nexus, if you're trying to talk, I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright,
I
bud.
did mention it last time.
Yeah. Can you refresh my memory?
Yeah. One sec. Let me find. So, first of all, I do have haste and Zephyr Strike and Pass Without a Trace, just for that whole thing, along with silence if that's needed.
So between greater invisibility and haste, you could pretty much scout all of these places.
Yeah. Along with that, I have rowing from Deft Explorer that increases my movement speed. So, if we're talking out of character.
Yeah, I think Nate legitimately might be the best scout we have.
Okay.
Also,
No,
you're trained
the
in
ranger
stealth.
is a scout. What?
Also, if I recall, Nate is trained in stealth, isn't he?
Yes.
And just to keep in mind, Soundscream, I still have see invisibility up, and I did have it boosted to 2-hour duration, so it's got another hour left.
Not a problem.
Okay, well, from our position, what would be the closest? Like, is there a route we could just, he goes here, then he goes here, then he goes here? What's he looking for? What does he do when he comes back? Like, does he need to come back and check with us about anything? If he sees a vault, should he take any action when he gets there? What's the plan? Like, what is ultimately the goal?
I mean, ultimately, I don't think you said 2 minutes of invisibility.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to allow him to do much. This is a big place.
Yes, but I can cast it again. I mean, I can technically get 3 minutes, but he has to come back to get the extra minute.
Let's head towards one of the areas and have Nate do a sweep if you're up for it.
I mean, we can always try and find the limits of how
Normal movement?
close we can get to the areas before someone starts saying, "Hey, go away."
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to start up a stream that is in character. That is not me starting a stream.
You're gonna stream this?
No, I'm just going to be obnoxious and stream me talking to people around here so people will give us a white berry.
I might get you kicked out.
Gobx is going to look around. Are there any other social media influencers at this gala?
No, this is high class. So this is like you've got city officials, you've got president of the arcane college, you've got probably a couple dragons wandering around in human form. This is the movers and shakers of the cities. And this is where they go to make donations, be able to write it off their taxes, that kind of stuff.
So there's going to be plenty of reporters.
They're all outside. They weren't let in.
There's at least going to be someone taking selfies. I've seen what high society does today.
Yeah, I mean there'll be some, but it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, so scratch that then. Let's just try and head there. Just walk around, look at the place. Have a walk.
Let's get a personal feeling for this. Let's go.
Are there anyone handing out drinks, like waiters and such?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's all kinds of people handing out drinks. There's in the right when you guys come in, it's kind of an outdoor pavilion, right, with like lights strung and everything. And there's a grill outdoors where they're doing kebabs. So that's outside. Inside, it's more a little bit fancier, with the like the finger foods and salads and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, there's people walking around handing out drinks, champagne, wine. There's an open bar. Lots of dwarves are here, so there is ale as well. It doesn't have to be super fancy.
Yeah, Gobx is going to take advantage of that. Just presume she has a glass with her.
Okay.
So, which are we heading towards then? Master bedroom or?
Are there any that are closer to together than the others? Like, is the Alpha next to the bedroom? Is the outdoor outside building close to the office?
So the outside area does lead directly into what do they call it? The where the architects do all of their drawings.
You called it the foreman's office.
Yeah, the foreman's office. Thank you. So the foreman's office, like as you guys come in, drafting office. That's what I was thinking of. Good job. So the drafting office is kind of off to the left, and the room in particular that was worded that your arcane eye couldn't get to is on the second floor there. And as a note, there are two, normal like dwarven servants standing by those doors as if maybe they're kind of watching it, making sure people don't go into an area they're not supposed to, so keep that in mind. As you go inside, a lot of the guests and everything are on the first floor. The second floor, like as you go in, you've got the main lobby, and then there's a kind of a side staircases that go up to the second floor. The second floor is where Alexei Thymar's office was, or what you believe to be his office, and the bedroom were.
Is the second floor accessible?
But you guys haven't gone in to look yet.
Arcane eye.
Okay.
You were looking at it before the party started. So things might not have been
There wasn't.
roped off.
Okay.
There wasn't anything that was preventing people from going up there before, but you don't know that now.
Yeah, I'd say let's head inside and take a look at those two because they're kind of close together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Let's get going.
Also, I like the music you picked for this.
You're welcome. So, as you guys all start to kind of make your way inside, you see all kinds of, like I said, there's all kinds of different people talking and, visiting with each other. You recognize, people that you've seen on the local news. You see, you will see Sarandale. She would obviously be there and she would stand out. So Sarandale is doing her thing, meeting people. She kind of does the little princess little finger wave at you guys when she sees you. Not like to talk to you, but just she's being that polite. I'm acknowledging your existence. Nate.
Yeah.
You would also recognize a very beautiful elf woman in traditional kimono. It's Magelin's mom is there. So she would have been there for sure. So she's there. She's actually near Sarandale in that kind of enclave, having those conversations and whatnot. But yeah, as you guys start to go in, and as you're heading in, you do see that the stairs are roped off, but there's not anybody guarding them. And it's not, that area is not a real big focus of attention because it is kind of towards the back of the big room you step into are the two stairwells, like in the back right and back left, the two stairways that go up, and they do go around a corner pretty quickly. So you've got maybe 10 steps to get up to a landing before you're out of vision of everybody. And again, because of where everything's set up, like everything's set up to the left and the band is to the right, and then there's another hallway out to a ballroom where people are dancing that's also off to the right. So that's not where a lot of people's attention are, right? So if that makes any sense. It's kind of like when you walk into a restaurant, right? The bathrooms may be immediately to the right, but you're not looking at that because you see the buffet in front of you. It's one of those kind of deals.
All right.
Reviewing and reading a few things.
Yeah, I'm also thinking over a few possibilities.
Well, we know a few people here. Should we mingle for a bit while we look around?
I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, considering that some of them might know we're not meant to be here.
Well, if we know them and they're friendly, it shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, we know this Sarenrae over there, and
Wait, who's here?
not Sarenrae. Freaking heck!
we just casually have the goddess of sun visiting from a different universe.
I think you're playing Pathfinder, okay?
You never know.
You said high scale, did you?
Mm-hmm. Moradin's the one who's working the grill.
You know what? I could see that. Just as soon as he got here, he got a beer in his hand, stood by the girl, and he's not moved since.
And I've met that elf lady before. Remember Mason, the mom.
I remember. Yeah, I remember him. I remember a part of him.
Classy Gobs.
Just his ass.
What are you talking about? Thighs.
I want him to squish my head.
Thunder thighs.
It is a warrior's death.
What's wrong? So, as we approach this cordoned area, there's nobody around. Everybody's paying attention somewhere else. and we're just really waiting for somebody to pick up the balls to go up there and do something about this opportunity.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, are there any obvious security cameras with my eyes of vision that apparently can see the invisible security cameras everywhere?
Give me that perception check or investigation.
I cast guidance on myself.
You do the Turbo Macarena before looking?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can see based off of that, you can definitely see some cameras here and there.
Are they directed towards where we're trying to perpetrate breaking and entering?
There are definitely some pointing in that direction. So there's some pointing towards each door. There's one that rotates.
Are there any opportunities for us to slip past, like a rotating one will move out of the way, or is there one just like...
No, there's one. It's a little bit further away, right? It's the one that sits over the door and it's pointing towards the general room. So that one would definitely see you if you hop the cord.
Okay.
So whether or not that's going to be noticed is kind of up to you guys, but
It won't be noticed if we cast greater invisibility on somebody.
That is very true.
We need to find a secret place to do so. So let's find ourselves a secret place to do so and discuss how we're going to move.
How far away from the stairs is the nearest bathroom?
there's not a bathroom in this room. It would be off the adjacent side room, off the ballroom.
Find a corner and just hide,
Hang on
Nathan.
a second.
Hide a corner and bend your knees to become invisible.
It's verbal and semantic.
Semantic?
So, yes.
Yes, antivirus.
By the way, Misty Step, it only has verbal. How visible or noisy would you deem that?
I mean, there are like workers walking around, and you can tell that there is security walking around. It's probably, I mean, casting a spell, they're going to see that you're casting a spell, and it's going to probably draw attention unless you do something to help either distract from it or hide it in some way. Right? There'd be a check involved to be subtle about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't like pop like, instant transmission from Dragon Ball Abridged, right? So it doesn't make a sound when it does it. But I mean, casting a spell is casting a spell, and
No,
they're gonna be,
I was just thinking more of if it was something along the lines of do you remember the old X-Men movie, Nightcrawler?
Mm-hmm.
The effects on him popping around.
Yeah, I think Misty Step would probably have a little bit of a visual component to it. But yeah, so that's something to be mindful of, as well as, you do have a verbal component to it.
Yeah.
So like if you're standing where one of the security or one of the workers is, or somebody who's just hanging out, right? This is a moderately crowded room because this is where all the food is. So like people are gonna go, hey, that dude just cast a spell and disappeared, right? So you need to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
So whether you try to hide it or distract from it or whatever, you can't just stand in the middle of the room, cast Misty Step, and expect nobody to notice it. Not in a room full of 40 or 50 people.
Sure I can.
Okay, you can definitely expect that to happen. I'm just saying, you might not be correct in that expectation.
Yeah. Fair. So we need to find a hallway or restroom where no people are currently looking.
All right. Let's see what we can find.
So are you guys going to continue scoping inside the house for something? Are you going to go back outside so you can, where there's a little bit more room and it's a little bit noisier, where you can have a more private conversation? What are you guys doing at this point?
I mean, we're going to take a look from the outside, considering we have access to everything here and we have gotten in. Maybe we'll find a path less traveled.
Okay.
Find an open window
Mm-hmm.
on
Yes,
an upper
so.
floor.
Yeah, so when you guys go back outside, so the drafting office, which again was to your left as you guys came in, it does connect to the main house, so there's not really a gap there. The right-hand side has a little bit of like a garden area to the right that goes down and around to the dock that they've got and their warehouse.
Mm. Interesting. So, you guys see any good ways to get where we need to go?
Nothing obvious.
Well, obvious would be easy now, wouldn't it?
Well, we have cameras to avoid here, so if we were to spy out a place, we need to make sure it's secluded and away from cameras. And a group of us going there, say they do have good security. Let's just say that. And they're watching a group of us go in there and then coming out one less.
That is indeed a problem all on its own. Good
We can
thinking.
go outside and we can go maybe like have plausible deniability. And while we're outside, maybe look at this other drafters building that it's a side building over here. Maybe there's an alternative opportunity to look at that one by itself with less security.
I mean, we can always just say that we got caught up in conversation and then be escorted back if someone sees us where we're not supposed to be.
Okay.
Or one person was small enough that you could feasibly get lost on the camera feed.
Yes.
That is definitely also an option.
But I don't think I'm as skilled as at this whole scouting thing then as Nate is. I'm more pulling attention.
No, for now,
So let's back this up for a second, guys. So let's make sure we're on the same page on what you guys are trying to do. So, what like by going upstairs or going into this building? What are you trying to get done at this point? Like, what's goal number one? What's step one? What are you guys trying to find or do?
Locate the recipe.
We're still just looking for the recipe. We have 3 places to check. 2 of them on the second floor, which is video recorder. So we're looking for a way to get up there without being spotted.
So-
the other one's out here.
Where would the recipe be? Would it be in a safe? Would it be in a secret room? Would it be in a hidden drawer? What are we looking for?
It
I'll
would
probably
be
just-
it would be in something called the vault, I believe.
Yeah. So with the level of value that recipe gives, it is definitely someplace locked down like a vault.
But is the vault in a normal place? We can expect it to be in somebody's office, master bedroom, pushing it, maybe. Unless he considered it that personal. Or we could maybe say that he's putting it in someplace we would never expect to look, in the drafter's office. Or maybe the drafter's office is blocked from scrying because there's anybody looking at his plans. And that's just incidental.
Or maybe it's in the garden shed.
Maybe he's carrying it at all times.
We can always wonder.
The vault is his prison pocket.
Good lord.
Oh no.
Alright, so I'll say at this point, you guys hear a little bit of noise coming from the door to the drafting office, and you can see a older, fatter dwarf who is clearly drunk stumble out of those doors as you guys are outside talking about things, trying to figure things out.
Interesting.
Just go full hitman mode and just knock them out.
Should
Yeah,
we
take
take
his
over them,
clothes.
or should we check the room?
You're his size, Cobbs. Put his clothes on, pretend to be him.
You know, I have a feeling that's not going to work. I love the idea, but
We can always go carry a conversation first and then see what needs doing.
Fireball. Ah.
Let us please refrain from fireballing people. At least a little.
At least a little. Okay. Are there invisible cameras outside? Can I investigate that?
Yes, you would have seen all of those whenever you were running the camera around. There's lots of cameras pointed in a lot of directions here.
Cool.
I mean, I guess we could go to wherever the guards are and knock out whoever's looking over the cameras.
We could.
We'd still be on recordings afterwards, which is not great.
We just damage the recording equipment.
That's a good idea.
Woohoo!
Sounds
property
seems like
damage.
this is so much more convoluted than it needs to be. Oh my god, what are you guys doing?
Well, someone put cameras everywhere.
Somebody put cameras everywhere.
I don't have to write Payday 2 perks for this. I'm a heavy build.
I am a light build, but I'm a very aggressive light build.
I'm built for versatility, not damage. Or not damage absorption.
Othokent, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 17. Sorry if laughing is making me laugh.
I know, I'm just like, we're just fucking around. He's just like, you know what? These guys are just standing here dicking around. What's you guys' passive perception? Do you even see this?
Tonight
I-
on Benny Hill.
I didn't hear the answer.
17.
Hey, you noticed that dwarf that came out that was horribly drunk? You now notice that the two guards at the door to the drafting house say something like, "All right, Master Vor, we'll get you someplace," and they were both helping him away, and those doors are now unguarded. And you kind of wonder, hey, whenever we noticed that drunk guy, why didn't we go investigate that at all? But I'm glad I noticed it out of the corner of my eye anyway.
I suggested it.
Yeah, I know you tried. I know you tried.
So did I. Like,
No,
what
you
the fuck?
didn't.
Yes,
You
I
you
did.
All right. Well, maybe other people should listen to both of you.
Anyways, there's no guards at the door. Go, 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 go. And Othokent's gonna pull people along. Go, go, go,
But the
go,
cameras, oh my god, what are you doing?
Sure.
go. We can
Job's
find a
being
blind
picked
spot
up.
around there. Don't worry about it. We'll find a blind spot. Come on.
So, are all of you going in, or just a couple of you going in? If just a couple, who's going in? So, tell me if you're going in through the now open door.
I'm just dragging people over there. Once Othokent's there, he's gonna say, "All right, I'll keep watch. I am big, I am heavy, and I'm a healer."
I'd say Abraham and Nate are probably our best choices for this.
Okay.
I can always be loud and
I'll
obnoxious.
go
I don't
in.
mind spending a night in the cell if it comes to that. I'll make sure
Abraham
you
will
get
go
out.
in.
Awesome. So, the two of you have gone in. So, you're in the first floor of the drafting house. You see various desks, all kind of laid out on the first floor, like drafting desks, a couple secretary offices, and then there is on the back side of everything a set of stairs that goes up, which this is the part that you would have seen with your arcane eye, that once you got to the top of those stairs, it stopped functioning.
Up here, let's go, quickly! Before they return.
Nate is stealthing along.
Okay. And I saw that. Good roll. So yeah, you guys are able to make it to the top of the stairs without making too much trouble. You do see that this is the door. It's got labeled. It's got Master Alric Vordek, and it is the Master Architect. It's his office.
Okay, let's do the very obvious thing and look for cameras inside.
There's not any on the inside that you can see.
Okay. And spell's still active, right? It's invisibility.
Yeah, you've got about probably 15 more minutes on it.
Check the door handle.
It is locked.
Well, I don't have any lockpicks.
Do you have... I pull out... And you get your water. Get your water, Skin. Pour some water into that lock.
Okay. Sure. He does so.
Shape water. I freeze it in place. Water expands. Break lock.
Okay. All right, give me an Arcana check.
Well, that's certainly visible.
Okay. It freezes and the doorknob and lock shatter. Make a little bit of a clinking noise as they fall apart.
Okay. Quickly.
Yep. Follows. Nate has a passive perception of 22, by the way.
All right. Awesome.
Just reminder.
Abraham has a passive perception of 10, by the way.
Nice. All right. So, Nate, you do see the shotgun before it goes off. Nate,
Abraham?
no, Abraham does not. So no, no. So yeah, you're able to get in. You see, it's it's his. He's got his personal drawing table. His desk is there. There's filing cabinets that have different design plans and things like that in them. So he's got his blueprints are all in there.
Okay. Investigation?
Sure.
And usage of see invisibility to see if I point out anything that might be hidden.
Yeah, not seeing anything hidden in here. It's just likely scribe protected to keep people from peeking in on blueprints.
Guidance myself. We begin investigating.
I will
Okay.
also investigate.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome.
30.
So, Abraham, you're as you guys are going through various different things, since you both rolled it, I'm going to give it to him finding it because he rolled the highest. You don't find, like, as you look around the room, you don't find the vault or anything like that. But what you do find is the blueprints for this compound. So,
Oh, safe.
Picture.
yeah, so as you look at it, the blueprints, one of the things you notice is that the wine cellar does have a hidden panel behind it that leads down to a personal smelter and a vault.
I'm going to take a picture of it with my phone, and then I'm going to make Nate take a picture of it with his phone.
Okay.
Then we're going to put it back. You know,
Okay.
the plan's back. You know, make sure that we got everything we need off those plants. Right now, we're just taking the first picture. Like, there's more pictures to take, like second pages and third pages. We'll get all of it.
May I quickly remind you guys about something?
Mhm. What?
We were told the plants were matic, so they couldn't be photographed.
The recipe was not these
The
plants.
recipe. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Real quick, so as you guys are taking these pictures, Othokent and Gobs, I need what are your both of your passive perceptions?
17.
15.
Okay, so Othokent, you see as these two guards are over there helping Master Vordek, like they're giving him like some seltzer water and whatnot. He goes, "Oh, somebody's in my office. Go, lads, go." What? Somebody's in the office? oh crap, the door! And the two hardy dwarves are starting to make their way through the crowd from the food back.
All right. Well, I'm quickly gonna send a message to Abraham that the guards are running back.
Yep.
I guess
So-
as I'm dicking with my phone, I see the message pop up.
Yeah, it's within a second or two after you take the first picture.
Okay. So Nate hasn't taken his picture yet?
No.
What? Why not?
Well, I guess it's
Hold on.
as Nate's taking his picture.
All right, and then I'm going to try to put everything back as quickly as possible. What's the room approximately look like? Is it a bunch of shelves, cabinets, cupboards?
I mean, there's the two different desks. There are some shelves. There's a cupboard, but this was like big. Like, have you ever seen blueprint filing cabinets? How they're those extra long drawers, but they're kind of shallow. Are kind of not very tall. That's what this was in. So that's what you were going through when you found it.
Filing cabinets. Okay. Windows?
Yeah, there's windows. They don't open. They're kind of those rounded topped arch windows. And they're one of those that like they just kind of they don't like slide up. They kind of fold in to let air in.
Okay.
Right about now, the guards are
Nate?
like, oh,
Okay, I was about to tell Nate to do something real quick.
okay,
But
hold
go
that.
ahead.
Hold that. Othokent, Gobs, the guards are about to get to you. Is there anything you'd like to do as they are approaching the door?
That's a hard one. I don't.
Gonna look up towards Otho. Throw me.
All right.
Don't do anything. Don't do. Oh God, no, no.
Shut up.
No.
So
Oh, yeah,
what?
don't throw.
Hold on.
What do you want? I'm confused.
Just I don't know. Do we just throw me at them or something? I don't know.
No, I think
that's a
that'll
bad
just
idea.
that'll just create problems.
No.
Are you
Excuse me,
lying?
pardon me. We've need through. Please step
well,
away from the door.
well, sorry,
Yes.
gents.
Sorry.
Oh, excuse me, lads. Steven, stay at the door. So the second one stays at the door, and the other one steps in and pulls out his flashlight and starts to look around. All right, back to the other guys.
Okay, Nate. Don't resist. I'm sending you outside.
What?
Vortex warp. Nate's 90 feet away. Hopefully within a bush or behind a tree or something.
Hopefully.
So it's a
And then
place that you can see.
90 feet away.
Yep. So are you putting him still inside the garden? Are you putting him? Where are you putting him? Because you've got to.
It's still
You
inside
wanna
the
make a-
garden nearby, but I don't want him to be like in the open, just appearing.
All right, give me an investigation check, real quick, and let's see if we can have you pick out a decent spot. Yeah, you're able to find like kind of there's these hedges kind of near some rose bushes that everybody kind of has their back to, and you pop them right there.
Cool.
Also, let me roll for my guy to see if he hears the casting of a spell. $15. Yeah, I'd say he's like, oh, whoever's up there, stop, come out with your hands up.
Minor illusion. I'm gonna make just a lion's roar, just bellow down the hallways.
Okay. So with that, go ahead and give me an intimidation check, and I'll give you advantage because I'd be scared of a lion. All right. See how he rolls against it. Yes. He goes, Norton's beard, and you suddenly, so Nate and Otho, or not Nate, I'm sorry, you hear Othokent and Gobs, you hear a lion roar from inside, and then that second dwarf jumps out and slams the door and goes, "There's a lion in there. I have no idea where it came from." And Steven looks at him and goes, "Mate, are you sure you haven't been drinking too much? We're not supposed to do that on the job." He's like, "I'm as sober as I was at my wedding." "Okay, so you're drunk then." He's like, "No, I'm telling you there's a lion." He goes, "Ah." And while
Okay.
they're having this discussion, what's Abraham doing?
Okay. I am going to attempt to do something.
That's how
With the
D&D works.
full expectation that I'm going to need to stop doing it and immediately do something else. Okay? So that's the mindset that I'm going into with, right?
Okay.
I close the door that I broke the lock on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I put the lock back into place as quickly as I can. If it's like dangling or anything like that, that's fine. And I cast Mending. It's going to take a solid minute. If they start coming in, I am out. Either Misty Step or Greater Invisibility, depending on the situation.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to fix the break-in damage.
So they would definitely argue over whether or not there's a real lion or not for at least a minute. So I'll let you have that. And then the second dwarf is going to open the door and start to walk in. He's like, "All right, it's probably something just
locked." Then I'll make sure it's locked since I'm on the inside. I want to make sure it's locked.
Yeah, you turn the little knobby thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's looking around and he's starting to march up the stairs at this point.
All right. So now that I'm done with that, I'm not prepared to like take instant action. I'm still going to Misty Step out the window. How far does 30 feet get me? And is there a balcony and or roof ledge from the second story? Either across the street, nearby. Where's 30 feet get me?
Yeah, you could get outside to the ground, but you're not going to be able to get to the main house from where you're at.
But am I going to be in the open? That's the key. Am I just going to appear in midair near and be suspicious?
We'll have to roll a percentile dice on that one.
Okay. But the best I can do is the ground?
Yeah, the best you can do is the ground. Because it's a taller second floor, so you're probably about 15 feet up.
Okay.
So
there's going to be a second roar. I'm going to make it louder this time, more angry. And then I'm going to Misty Step outside.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to have him roll to hear you casting the spell, but I'll do it at disadvantage.
I'm going to use my last point of sorcery point, and I'm going to do it subtly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because if they are approaching, they can hear me casting, and I don't want them... I want them left with questions more than answers.
Yeah, so he hears the second roar. You subtle cast Misty Step. Give me a percentile dice. Or first, high or low?
High.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you pop out and it spooks the lady. But she is very, very tipsy. She goes, "I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see you there."
Is there anywhere you need to go, my lady? Maybe I can escort you.
The ladies' room?
Okay, take my arm. So I'll take her to the ladies' room.
So what you guys see is the second guy comes in, you hear a second louder roar, and this time people in the crowd hear it and kind of look up. And as they're looking up, you suddenly see Abraham escorting a middle-aged half-elf woman who's had too much to drink as he escorts her inside.
Okay.
Oh,
And I send the picture to everybody. Just to make sure everybody has it. Just in case I got caught, Nate had it, is what the plan was. Because I was going to send him outside, and that's why I had him take the picture too.
Awesome. So you've got the picture of the floor plans. You can see, so things are kind of like you thought they were as you guys look at the floor plans. There is the second floor of the main house is the master bedroom and his office, which you believe are the two other areas that were scrying resistant. And then there's a lower level that comes off of the kitchen that goes down to the wine cellar, which inside the wine cellar, there's a secondary hallway that goes down into a private smithing area, and what is believed to be, there's a part of it that's just blank. So you're kind of thinking, hey, they weren't just going to put the vaults right here on the blueprints. So, but you're thinking that very well may be where the vault is downstairs. So does anybody, so you guys are looking at this as are you guys following Abraham? What are you guys doing?
Let's do a, what do you call, staggered entrance.
Okay, so Abraham, you're gonna walk through the ballroom and take her to the ladies' room. So as you guys are staggered going in to meet back with Abraham, so Nate, you said your passive perception was what again?
22.
22. So real quick, just to catch Nari up on. So Nari, they have made it inside. They scouted out some stuff, and they just broke into the draft house where they do all like the blueprint drafting. Got into the main architect's office and have taken pictures of the blueprints for the dwarven compound where you guys are. So that's where they're at currently.
Okay.
So, Nate, as you enter the ballroom, with your passive perception, you're definitely going to see something. You see an older dwarf, very well dressed, and he is dancing with a very specific person. And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to respond to this in the
No.
dumbest way possible as you see this older, well-dressed dwarf dancing with this person. It's Talah.
So you say this person is supposed to see something?
Why did that not pop up for you guys?
I don't know.
What?
There's no pop. Where's the pop?
Pop, pop.
Where is the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Kaboom!
Kaboom?
Why is this literally not popping up for you guys? It should when I hit that button.
And turn off pop-up blocker.
How could I turn off your pop-up blocker?
Aren't you the American?
I mean-
Figure it out.
I'm no longer a teenager, so the pop-ups don't happen that often.
Every morning, I just can't roll out of bed. I just get stopped by
All
something.
right. Jeez. Here. There, you should now have it in your inventory. Hey, now it popped.
Now it's
Well
off.
then.
Whoa! Is that what Talah looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Talah, do you agree?
Yeah, I made that image together with him, basically.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so you have failed the wisdom saving throw. You will not do the smart thing and play it cool. You see Talah in the most fancy, gorgeous version of her you've ever seen, dancing with some old dwarf guy. So respond accordingly with a horrible, horrible wisdom choice.
This is Nate right now.
Well, that's gonna be a very flustered Nate. And yes, the auga reaction is fine. But yeah, he would most certainly just walk up and insist on having that dance.
Insist with a sword. I'm getting this dance.
Go!
Oh, well, pardon me, sir. I don't think I know who you are, and you're interrupting my dance with this voluptuous lady.
Yes, my companion here. She is with me.
Really?
Uh,
See, and from my point of view, she's not yours until there's a ring on it, boy. And I think I have better rings than you.
Well, that is all up to dear Talah here to decide.
Aye, but she's a smart girl.
Yes, she is. No. Talah, can I have this dance?
Well, we were kind of still in the middle of a dance.
That's right, boyo. Wait your turn. And he's gonna hip check you.
There's a
I would
reason
like to
Talah
see
is
that
there, I've
contested
been
because
told,
he is
so.
trying to muscle in at this point.
what's funny is my statement in Roll20 is being ignored.
I did not notice that.
You hear fart noises as he tries to hip check you. So, by all means, roll your athletics check.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
So Sunscreen, just a quick checkup with you. This is the guy that you messaged me about, right?
So the short version is this is the dwarf you're there to who
Yes.
you were brought to gain his
Distract.
attention. Yes.
Yeah.
And you have successfully done so.
Yeah, and now Nate is trying to make me stop doing that, basically.
Yeah. So he
Okay.
so Nate, you don't just fail, you fail spectacularly. You're gonna take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he steps into it and throws his dwarvy hip, which hits you right above the knee, and you get buckled.
7
you-
points of that.
Yeah,
That's a warhammer.
yeah. Yep.
What the heck is he packing?
Talah can tell you later.
His warhammer.
Trump-
Oh gosh, the hammer's his penis.
Talah's not gonna go that far, Sunscreen.
I imagine you wouldn't.
Oh wait, I cast polymorph for myself. I took Talah's place. Abe will go that far.
Oh, beautiful.
So the dance is actually almost done. He goes, "All right, my dear, I'll let you go play with the little ones. Even though, as much of a baker I am, I hate to see your cake leave and all." And he winks at you, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get me a drink." And he starts to walk over to get a drink.
Brutal, man.
Yeah, as soon as he's like out of earshot, just such a charming man.
He actually has been. He's just been. He's been toting that line of inappropriate.
Yeah.
He's not been bad. He's been nice to you the whole time. It's actually been
Yeah.
a really kind of fun experience.
Okay. Are you okay, Pip?
As he's laying there on the dance floor, Family Guide falls.
I'm gonna help him up.
I am gonna go have a drink. See ya.
That wisdom check, good role playing. You get an inspiration because that would be the dumbest thing to do is to ignore Talah at this moment. Good job.
Ignore Talah and
Yes.
get wasted. Okay.
So basically, he made the dwarf that I'm supposed to distract leave, and
So he's
now
not distracted
now he is leaving Talah on the dance floor on her own.
Yep. And Talah, you would have seen the other group standing near the ladies' room. Now all of them shaking their heads, watching this.
No, we left.
I'm
At
just-
least
Yeah.
me and Gob.
Two of us have left.
Yeah.
Oh, you two left.
Is
Bit
Ape still
out of-
standing there then?
Othokent basically whispered, "Oh, look,
Yeah,
a
sure.
great distraction. Let's go get shit done."
Yeah, and we left
sure.
while all this was going on.
Okay,
I-
so let's rewind that then, because you put that in the text and I didn't see it. So when you left,
We did
where
not
are you?
disrupt.
Where are you guys going? And is Abraham? Are you staying up there, or are you going as well?
Yeah, I'll stay. And I'll Hook
Alright,
arms
you're
with
staying
Talah
up
and
with
hang
him.
with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's shift over to Gobs and Othokent. Oddly enough, well, one of those is typically responsible. Oddly enough, Gobs as being the responsible one hasn't caused any troubles tonight.
This
Where
makes change.
where are you guys headed?
Up the
Alright,
stairs
so we just-
to the second floor.
You're gonna go up to the second floor?
I
Yes.
mean, did we just get the map where it basically showed where the thing is?
Oh right, never mind. Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
let's-
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
Let's head there and figure out things.
Yeah,
All
go.
right. So let me ask this. So you've got to go through the kitchen to get to the wine cellar. How do you guys approach that? Because you're gonna have to walk past a bunch of people that are prepping food and things like that. Are you gonna try to sneak past? Are you gonna bluff your way past? What's the plan to get through that area?
Hmm. So, Gob's a problem. I'm a terrible liar.
I mean, that's fine. I'm thinking something along the line of just walking like we own the place.
Haha. That sounds like a great plan.
If you walk with enough confidence, not a lot of people are going to stop you.
Well,
That's my hope.
that is definitely a way of doing it. If nothing else, if something goes wrong, I might be able to cause a scene so you can sneak out. You're smaller than me. Don't worry, I can heal myself.
And hey, if things go bad, just say you're my doctor and I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the people.
That is an option too. Let's see what happens. Exactly like we own the place and walk straight through.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are just gonna walk through like you're supposed to be there.
That's the plan, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need
Walk through like that.
I need both of you to roll. Did you say deception? I think deception on that's better than disguise. So let's go with deception on that. So
Can I cast guidance on myself?
depends. Do you want people to see you casting a spell on yourself?
No.
All right.
No.
Deception.
3, 2, -1.
All right. Gobs.
Yeah, we're both horrible.
They walk in
own
like a
the
bunch of
place.
tourists.
Yeah, we're just really walking around looking at you. What's here?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so you guys come through and you start to walk through and the head chef goes, "Wait. Who are you?"
Hmm?
Yeah,
Oh,
you.
me.
What are
I'm
you doing back
Othokent.
here?
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
nice and stuff,
okay. And why are you in my kitchen, Othokent?
Well, because my
Guests aren't supposed to be back here.
Well, my dear friend Gobs is getting overwhelmed by the whole scene, and she needs somewhere quiet to calm down.
Please, just a few minutes.
Give me
Doc.
a persuasion check.
Doc, check your Discord.
I saw it, but that's a bit too late now.
Do the persuasion. You can do it. Yes.
Yeah, I got a good friend of mine that's a goblin. The whole thing with always being at crotch level for everybody throws her off, so I get it. Yeah, just go on down in the wine cellar. Don't open anything, right?
No.
I know how many bottles are down there, but take 10, all right?
Of course
Cute,
not.
cute
We don't
outfits,
think-
by the way. You look good. It
Oh.
compliments you. The hips,
Oh,
especially on you, big boy.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
His
thank you,
hips are
Cat.
great.
it's from the Golden Thread. Quite masterful work.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah, we see a lot of her work here.
She's a master.
I'm
Anyways,
gonna go down.
we shall
It's quiet down there, right?
we shall not
Yeah,
bother you anymore.
Yeah, it should be.
Thank you so much.
Little bow, and then we leave.
Yeah.
As we're out of earshot. Nice save, Gobs.
I really thought the first plan was gonna work, but this works too.
Apparently, my acting skills are quite terrible. They do things
But-
every day.
But he is right. Your hips are great in that thing.
Oh, thank you. I'm starting to like compliments a lot more. So, let's see what we can find down here.
So it's meant to be down here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah, so when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see to your right is just a stone, like, rock wall, right? Because it's kind of the basement. And obviously there's timber shoring up everything. And then on the left is just like closed-doored, cooled wine racks all the way down. Probably about 30 feet of wine rack.
All right. So, according to the map, where's the thing supposed to be?
Let's take a look, see. Oh, who's gonna open up the map?
There's supposed to be a hallway all the way at the end of this room to the left, but there's a wine rack there.
Gonna go take a look at it, but sort of just just looking at the bottles as we're going, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I see Talah and Nate are both trying to draw attention.
So let's see. Considering, I'm gonna try and touch the wine rack just gently with the back of my hand.
Awesome. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 20.
Ah!
So you're able to catch your balance as it throws you back when you try to touch it. So you don't take any damage or fall over or anything like that. And then some runes in Dwarven pop up. Do either of you read Dwarven?
Common and Goblin.
Draconic, Orc, and Common.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So phrase and Dwarven popped up in middle, kind of like minor illusion style, appeared in the air in front of the door, and you were repelled.
Are the
Gonna
runes still there?
No, they disappeared.
Oh.
They floated for a moment and then disappeared.
I'm going to take a look just over the wine rack, see if any bottle here stands out as being out of place. Like a bottle of elf wine or something.
Give me a history alcohol check. No, give me an investigation check. I'm joking.
It's the same check either way.
Yep.
Guidance! There's no one at the wine cellar. I can add your default.
I will tell you, so as you look through all of them, number one, very expensive, but also it's not just expensive for expensive's sake. These are the ones that are expensive because they taste really good, but there's not any of them that stand out as like looks out of place or anything. There's nothing that makes you believe that there's a bottle here that's not a bottle of wine.
Nothing obvious.
Except the one exception to that is that last wine rack is an exact copy of the first wine rack. So the one that's hiding, as you can obviously tell, that's magically shielded, that one is a mirror image of the first one. So like if you rotated one of the bottles and didn't rotate it back when you went back next to Othokent, who's looking at it, that bottle is now rotated. So it's an illusion. You can determine with that check that there is an illusion there that's making that look just like however the first wine rack looks. Does that make sense?
It does. So basically it's just a mirror. It's clearly an illusion at this stage, I guess.
Correct. You clearly know that it's an illusion and magically warded to keep people from entering.
Huh.
Don't think I have the magics to work with that. If it was actively casting magic, I could do something.
Sadly, my magic is focused around keeping people alive or removing curses. This is not exactly in that area.
We only had 10 minutes. So it's also limited how much we can manage.
Indeed. So I'm going to try something, and please do stand back. I'm gonna try it. This might seem weird, but try and touch. Is it like a whole wine cooler rack cabinet, or just stapled to the wall?
It
Kind of.
it appears to be like. Have you ever seen one of those like those large, super like humidity controlled wine cases? It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like with a
So they
see-through
are-
glass door.
So they are kind of like the special big fridge things,
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if I can reach behind it to see
The one that repelled you or the mirrored one?
the mirrored one. Just
So you're gonna go to the first one?
Yes.
And you're gonna try to reach behind it?
Yes.
I mean, it's literally just a big refrigerator. So yeah, I mean, you can. There's not a. You'd have to scoot it a little bit to get your hand behind it, but yeah, there's just a wall behind it.
Darn.
So this is not the one that threw you away, by the way.
No. I don't think I can brute force my way through that either.
No. I'm going to send a text towards Abe and actually, you know, could you try and trigger that wall thing again? I'm going to try and take a picture of it.
Alright.
You know it's coming this time.
Yeah. Be ready.
I'm gonna try and catch you if nothing else.
Well, I hope your phone has one of those rapid picture things. Anyways, I'm gonna go fondle so I get shoved back again.
I'm gonna try and see if I can't grab a picture of the runes.
Okay.
Dread!
Nope, that makes it. You're fine.
Hui!
I imagine since he knew it was coming, kinda.
Yep.
Going to grab a picture of the runes, see if they even appear on the phone.
Yeah. So you take the picture, and it is not revealed in it.
So the runes are not in the picture at all?
Correct.
Damn it. Is there a lot of them, or is it like one word? Like, could she possibly remember what they look like?
It would be. Oh, about 9 letters or so. But again, it'd be like, hey, if I saw a sign in, Japanese, could I recreate it? Even if it's short. So it would be tough. It definitely require a check.
You can do it.
I just need to figure out what on earth a remember text check would be.
Forgery check.
And I think because of the nature of it, I'm kind of leaning towards Arcana. So yeah, let's do an Arcana check. It's not really Arcana, it's remembering magical runes, so that's what I'm going to call it.
Damn.
Okay. All right. You're pretty sure you can replicate it.
Okay. Going to actually no, not going to do anything here yet. I'm going to look to Othokent and go, I think we need to head up now. I have an idea.
Alright.
Also, we need to thank the nice chef. This was nice of him.
Of course, of course. So, we head up.
Just head back up. I imagine this will be before the 10 minutes.
Yeah, you guys were able to do that in plenty of time. So you guys head out. Nate is at the open bar. Abraham and Talah, where are you guys at this point?
I was with Talah after she got dumped.
Yeah, I basically walked up to Abraham being like, okay, so what do I do now?
I don't know. He kind of got in the way, didn't he?
If he still needs to be distracted, then yeah, Pip kinda, ended that.
I think he kind of got stupefied by the way you look.
Right.
He became jealous, envious, and all those kind of things. Now he's feeling less than himself. Seems to lost sight of the purpose that we're here. So let's go talk to him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's easy to find.
And so there I was planning this secret heist, right? And my friends.
And then the girl I really like just dances with the dwarf.
He dances with him.
It's wearing this really low cut thing. You can almost see her knit. I mean,
Look, she's right there. Hi, Tom.
Sir, why are you speaking that way? You've been drinking nothing but apple juice.
That'd be perfect.
I know, it's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff. I know there's alcohol in there. There's fizzes. Like, that's just carbonation, just like in soda.
Hey, Pip.
Hi.
So what was that just now?
I don't
You-
know.
You
Sorry
do
about
realize
that.
she was just doing what she was supposed to do.
Right. I mean, she doesn't have to look like that.
You don't want her to look amazing?
Yes, I do, but come on. It's just-
But only for you.
Like, it just feels like every time we come to Gilgamesh, all kinds of people are just hitting on her.
Yes. Go ahead, Tal, sorry.
It doesn't feel good.
Well, I can't really do anything about that. I mean, I can start to dress in rags, I guess.
No, it's not you. I said I'm sorry.
Look, he obviously cares for you and wants to protect you. I guess he just feels that way, huh?
That's very sweet. I give Nate a kiss on the cheek.
I'm not trying to speak for Nate. I'm like kind of like talking to him, like, yeah, huh? Yeah? Isn't that kind of how it is?
Do you do the thing where you use your sleeve to wipe the lipstick off of his cheek after you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
No, that's even better, actually.
Yeah, so it's all like kisses Pip on the cheek, and then Abram is like,
He just wipes
you
it
just
off.
right there.
He spits in his hand on his thumb. Like,
He picks up
He's got
a
a little
napkin
lip,
from
he's got
the
a little
bar.
lipstick over
He
there.
licks his thumb and wipes it
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and gets a little napkin from
Oh,
him
that
from the
sounds
bar.
amazing.
So I'd say it's about this time the other two, when you guys come back up, you would have walked into the same room where the open bar is, and you can see the rest of your friends all standing around.
You can see Abraham wiping away some kind of lipstick from Nate's cheek.
Brushing his hair back behind his ear, looking into his eyes,
I imagine the bartender looking at those three and going, I want no part of whatever they're doing.
Yeah, he's like, these tips, they're not good enough for this crap.
Right, well, we know where they are. Let's go and meet up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hey, Talah, nice hair and those shoes.
Talah, you're killing it.
Thanks.
Nice hair in those shoes.
Yes.
Why do you have hair in your shoes?
Nathaniel, I
No,
am not used to complimenting people's appearances.
I spent quite a while doing my hair.
That was out of character.
Yeah, I had mine done.
All right.
So I was kind of bummed we didn't get to bring you along for the little makeover thing we had. It was real nice, but it looks like you got one for yourself.
Well, yeah, done by myself as well. Though, somehow Solanir actually knew a little bit of how to. Actually, he helped me with my hair as well. I don't know how he learned that. I doubt he did the hag's hair, but
Yeah,
Here
and
we
the
are.
dress was delivered.
Oh, you look amazing.
All right. Well,
thank you.
we have good news and we have bad news. So let's convene somewhere that's not straight in front of the bar.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just
I
gonna
have
grab a
great
napkin
news.
from the bar.
We
I'm
all
also
look
going-
amazing.
Indeed, but
I'm going to ask the barkeep, hey, do you happen to have a little pen?
He reaches under the bar and goes, "Yeah, here you go, man."
Thank you. Do you mind if I take it with? I can pay
Yeah,
for it if you like.
it's fine. It's fine. It's a cheapo.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that. Directly into pocket.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are able to step off into kind of a hallway, off to the side of things, if you'd like.
All right. Once
Sounds
we're a bit aside, I'm going to start writing down that thing on the napkin, and then showing it to Abraham. Do you have any clue what this says?
What does it say?
Password.
It's asking for your password.
Shit. Okay, so in
Or
the wines.
let me rephrase. It says passphrase. Doesn't say password.
It's asking for a passphrase. So you need to say something to it, probably in an expected voice.
Let's see. So, in the basement below the kitchen, in the wine cellar, the wine rack on the far end was it right or left?
Left.
On the left. That happens to be a mirror of the very first one you get in there. When Otho touched it, it tried to throw him across the room. And that thing appeared. If you mess with the first wine case, the second one changes as well, so it's clearly a fake. But that doesn't really help if we don't know how to get past it.
What would be a passphrase that he would use to get inside there? That's what we must find out. I think we should go to his office.
It seems like a likely thing. Either that or we could try stuff like, I don't know, does the clan have a motto?
You think he would protect something so valuable with a publicly known motto?
Maybe.
Sunscreen,
Still-
is there any kind of topic that he had been talking about continuously that I might be able to pitch in?
No, he was mainly just taunting the other guy about how much he always wins from him whenever they play cards. And then, give me. I think of what this would be.
What am
I
I
think-
giving you? A 20?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Euro, that is.
I'll double take it. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
So I'll say
16.
you did pick up on something. Every time he lost a hand, he would swear, but the phrase he would use when he would swear is weird. He kept saying, like he'd throw his cards down and he goes, forge is eternal breath.
I'm not sure there was any other words in there besides forge that I heard.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Nope.
Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
You're forgiven.
Forge something breath.
See, you got 2 of the words.
Forge is a terrible breath.
Eternal.
Forge is eternal breath?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as in forges, like belonging to the forge.
Mm-hmm.
No, the X-Men character, man. Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if Forge built the vault, you ain't getting in it.
Mm-hmm. So, a phrase?
I mean, if that could maybe be it. It's worth a try, I guess.
He used it as a swear? Leave it to a
Well-
dwarf to make a swear a freaking password.
I mean, it yelled it every time you lost a hand.
Oh, isn't that just clever? Plausible deniability. Who would use his I swear out loud as my password? They would never think to try it. Try it!
I'm going to take your phone and type in shit nuts.
Alright. So, it's supposed to be in his voice. It unlocks his phone. It might be expecting it in his voice. How do we get me down there?
You're old and you need to take a break?
I can tell you how I got down there with Otho.
I don't think it's gonna work again.
Not necessarily in the exact same way. So look,
But
Health
the chef-
inspection?
maybe. I mean, so the way we got in is that the chef out there is kind of nice. So we basically said that I was being overwhelmed by all the people, and he let us go down there for just a few minutes. So I'm thinking, given the rather public thing that just happened with Nate, a concerned old man, going, hey, she needs a few minutes away from him for a bit.
Hmm.
You
I
think
mean-
maybe we could hide out somewhere.
I also have some pocket change on me.
I mean,
Is there room for
Abraham,
us to stealth through?
Not quite. It's through a busy kitchen filled with people.
I was about to say we don't all have to go down there, I think. And Abraham can turn himself unseen.
That is true.
I can also turn into a mouse.
Can you do something
is true.
smaller than a mouse?
I can go into a fly.
I think a fly has a better chance of getting through than a mouse. A mouse on this day would likely cause a reaction.
I mean, you guys are the planners. I'm just throwing in possibilities.
Well, those are definitely possibilities. I think the fly is better than the mouse, because flies go everywhere. A mouse in the kitchen is a sign of a bigger problem.
Yeah, so fly, moth, maybe even a butterfly.
So Talah flies through and Abram follows invisible.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll say I rather prefer that than being publicly ridiculed more than I already have.
I'm sorry about that, Nate. It was just the best thing I could think of in the moment.
So at least I believe that's our best plan. And then the rest of us stay outside and, well, maybe not keep watch, but be ready in case our basement team needs anything.
Yeah, and send us a message if you need a distraction very subtly, like big, violent, loud.
Well then, Abe, as Talah offers her arm,
Mm-hmm.
shall we?
Yes.
So
Should
what are
we
you
go?
doing?
They can tell by an arm.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
we're going towards the kitchen, and
Mhm.
before going in, I'm going to shift into a fly when I'm out of eyesight of people.
okay, easily done. All right,
So
Abraham.
Jeff
So
Goldblum.
so you're heading through the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
to head down to the wine cellar.
I'm going to. I guess I'm. I don't think I'm supposed to turn invisible at this point, but play on his niceness. So just say I need a break.
I don't think. Maybe try it.
If
You
need it,
whatever
try.
you think Abraham would do to get through that area, go for
Okay.
it.
Fireball.
This steak is undercooked.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I asked for well done. This is rare. I will fix.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it failed its will save.
No.
The
no.
soup is fucking dry!
The soup is. How do you make dry soup?
Okay, so
Just
what's
turn
it?
the
What's
phone.
how would, so how would Abraham get through the door or get through the kitchen? What would Abraham think to do?
What would Abraham think to do for the moment?
Mhm.
He's thinking about a little fuckery. So is there like a faucet or some sort of water source that could kind of quote unquote go out of control as a distraction?
I mean, yeah, there's boiling pots. There's a sink with that somebody's
Oh,
putting
sorry. I
dishes
think like
in.
I'm thinking like something from pipes and something like that. You know, I could like
I mean, well, yeah, there's like a sink,
sink.
where somebody's washing dishes. I was getting there. I was naming off
sure.
everything. Things like that, right? Those would probably be the two biggest things. Is that there's a couple things cooking, water in them, as
Mhm.
well as there's the person doing dishes.
Okay.
So there's like a dishwashing machine, like one of those big like kitchen industrial ones, and then with the kind of hanging spray hose.
Okay. So I'm wondering if I can create like otherwise change the flow of water as direct up to 5 feet in any direction. So I could pretty much create a 5-foot spray or flow of water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I just all of a sudden make every pot of boiling water just one after the other, just poosh, 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 poosh? And as they're distracted, I'm just gonna like sneak through.
Yep. So yeah, you could definitely do that. And then I will want you to do a stealth check, but it's going to be a reduced DC because of that, and you'll have advantage. Does that sound fair?
Yep.
All right, go for it. Yeah, they go push, push, push. You hear what? What on earth? Who turned it up that high? What's it? I didn't turn it up that high. I didn't even put these on. Why are you yelling at me? And the chef and the sous chef and the head chef are all yelling at each other. The person that's doing dishes, he's just like a teenager. He's just like, whatever, man. I'm just cleaning dishes. He's kind of laughing under his breath.
He's got his headphones on, just jamming.
Yep. So you're able to slip down without anybody noticing you going down there. Talah, you're a fly. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Talah being Talah is going to try and fly around like an actual fly, so, the whole wonky, not a straight line thing.
Mm-hmm.
She finds a window, she's stuck there for the next half hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep, in between
No,
the bangs.
she's attracted to one of the lamps, like, in the scene.
Talah's like, what is this force field? It's not letting me through.
For some reason, you just decide to go into Abraham's ear.
No, I was thinking about she's like the window thing. She's slamming her head into a wall when she untransforms. She's just got this huge bruise on her forehead.
Yep. All right, so yeah, you're able to get down there just fine.
I'm able to locate this thing. Obviously, I've scouted it before. I know where the arcane scrying stops. So I trigger it. I don't try to trigger it. I say the phrase in front of it because triggering it is what's throwing somebody back. It's rejecting them and challenging them. So recognizing that, I'm just going to announce it in front of it.
Yeah, as you say the phrase, the illusion vanishes and there's a door.
Got a door. Text. Send.
Beautiful.
So I check the door handle.
It's unlocked.
I open the door handle and peek inside very subtly.
As you peek in, you can see this is his personal forge. So you can see various different things that are in the process of being made. The forge fire is down low because it's they keep it lit because it's real hard to relight them. You can see his personal desk is over there, and then there's a second set of stairs that go further down. So it's kind of a rectangular room of all the forge stuff and all of that's on the left, and then straight
So
ahead
this
of
is
you,
just
you
a bunch
go.
of raw materials, tools, forge stuff.
Yeah, and then once you get about 15 feet in, another set of stairs that go down.
We're already robbing this guy. Is there anything valuable in this room? Chunk of adamantium.
I mean, there would be some rare materials and whatnot there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just gonna be a fly on the wall.
All right, so you guys get the text that they found a door. Are you guys going to stay up there, or are you guys going to try to get down as well?
I mean, I don't think there's a good chance of all of us getting down there. Nate, do you have any idea? I think we could.
I mean, I have Misty Step, and I can walk through the ethereal plane for a few seconds a day. And then there's Pass Without a Trace. But if it's that crowded, I don't know.
I mean, try and use Pass Without a Trace. We might be able to just slip through. You on board, Rotho?
Otho's
is
enjoying his
pilot.
pina colada, and like for some reason they confused it with a margarita, and they put that little cheap garter belt around it. So he's got that on his snout. He's having a little bit of fun.
Otho's pilots in the water closet.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, he's good with whatever. What I'm gonna say.
His pilot, his Jaeger mech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys waiting on him to make the decision to go down?
Yeah, I think unless you specifically... Actually, no.
I would say he would be okay with going.
Then we'd probably try and go, yeah. If
All right.
Yeah.
You want to roll his
Right.
stealth sound screen?
Well, I'll do what needs to be done when we get there. So yeah, you guys get back to the kitchen door. You can still hear them arguing from the chaos that Abraham caused. So what are you guys going to do? Are you going to do Pass Without a Trace and try to slip through? You're just going to big boss it and just walk through like you own the place? What's the plan? What are you doing?
I think trying to slip through is the best idea.
All right. Nate, you good with that?
Yep.
All right. Are you casting Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me your stealth checks.
Plus 10.
Freaking 34. Jesus.
Gobs?
It's on its way. 26.
Yeah, you guys are able to hunker down next to each other and just kind of waddle your way through, and you get down there without too much trouble. So yeah, you guys come. You open the door and come walking up behind Abraham, who's a little on edge because he's like, "Aha, door!" and he's about to throw like a firebolt or something before he sees it's you guys.
Hey, found his
Did you-
forge.
I am going to sit down on Gobx's nose.
Slap it so fucking hard.
Slap. No.
The arm
Y'all
eats
is a
it.
fly around here somewhere. She fly-to-fight herself.
Yeah, I think I found her.
You sure it's her?
Talah, if that is you, could you sit somewhere other than my nose? Because I'm going to sneeze.
I'm going to fly over to Pip and sit on his nose.
Cross-eyed Pip.
All right, so yeah,
Giving
you're in his
tiny
personal.
little fly smooches on his nose.
So yeah, you've got you're in his personal workshop basically, and then again, there's a second set of stairs that goes down further.
Okay.
Lots of expensive stuff in here.
Indeed. You know, if we have the time, I might be inclined to grab some of the stuff.
Yes, make an enemy of a dwarf. That's a great idea.
We are already
Stealing
doing
his
that.
recipe of way more importance than this crap.
What is this?
We're
huge old
not.
book? Book of Grudges. Should we steal it?
Fucking grudges. Oh, imagine if you stole that.
Dwarf's Book of Grudges. That would be.
Actually, here's a good question. Do they write it down because they can't remember it? You might actually be good.
No, they write it down so that if you do something that kills them, somebody else can take care of you for them.
Yep.
Takes the book of
That-
grudges like apparently we're good now.
We're good. I'm suddenly a
Oh,
little bit
wow.
hungry.
I feel so much lighter.
That psychologist was full of it, writing down your feelings to make you feel better. Nah,
Nah, just make me remember it and just chew on it all the time.
yeah, journaling's for sissies.
Journaling for people who want to wallow.
What's this? A hammer for the forge with the clan's insignia on it? I'm sure no one's gonna miss
Nobody's gonna
that.
want that now.
Yeah, hey, you guys choose to do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, there's certain limits to what this guy's willing to look sideways on.
Yep. You know the DM's got a point. Hikes up his robe, pulls down his pants. You know, just gotta be careful about it. Who you make enemies with.
Jeez.
Is that directly on the anvil with the clan insignia?
No, it's in the forge, which means they'd have to shut it down and clean it all out to get it to stop smelling.
Oh, that's
So-
been
Hang on a
going
second.
For years.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my word! So, what would you guys actually like to do at this point?
That's why I said, dear DM,
Yes, dear.
that other door, right? Is there enough of a gap, like underneath it, or a keyhole, or something that I can go through?
So the stairs just go down and level out to another floor.
Oh,
And
okay.
it-
So there's not an actual door at the end.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over. I'm gonna fly down.
All right. So as you fly down, you see a well-built, nice hallway.
Mhm.
At the end of the hallway, there's a desk, and there's a younger-looking dwarf who looks very similar to the dwarf you were dancing with earlier,
Okay.
sitting at that
I'm-
desk. And there is also a very large vault door down there.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Hold on.
do.
I'm gonna make it a little bit easier to give you reference. Guess what?
Here's a
There's a
map.
map.
Oh my god! A map
So you would have been floating around there.
over here. Okay. So I would have kind of tried to again act like a fly and just kind of fly around a little bit up to at farthest the first plant.
Yeah, you're able to do that without too much trouble. He's not gonna notice.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. He looks like he's in a foul mood, though. I'll tell you that much.
Right. And then I'm going to fly back to the others.
Yep.
And I will shift back to Talah. Okay, so angry young version of rich dwarf down there.
So I believe he gave you the. You guys got the names of these guys, right?
The clan name or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you got Alexi. I don't think you got the son's name. So, but
We
yeah,
got Alexi.
yeah, Alexi Thymar.
Yep, I have that in my note.
Tiny
So yes, there would
Lexi
be
is
a
down
thing.
there. He doesn't look like he's in a good mood. There's a big vault door. Yeah, I feel like we need to make sure that the guy is asleep so he doesn't notice us. By the way, did I notice any cameras down there? Security cameras?
You didn't see any.
Okay.
Is he like behind a locked door or anything, or was he just sitting at a desk?
He's sitting at a desk. Like at
Okay.
the end of a long hallway.
I mean, Abe, if you make me invisible, I could just go knock him out. You know, give him a fist fight with an invisible opponent.
Who's to say he's not going to make a problem when we get down there? I have a better idea.
Can we just make him go sleep?
I don't have that prepared today.
I mean, how far away is it?
Well, when
Like
you get
from
down
the
there-
door. That far?
It's about 100 feet to him once you get downstairs.
Yeah, pass without a trace only reaches like 30 feet.
No, I have something for us to do.
Okay.
Why don't you come with me? But come with me invisibly.
Me?
Yes.
All right.
1 second, I'm looking something up real quick.
Do you want to fly on the wall again, or?
You don't need to.
I also have silence if need be.
Oh, you have it? See, I was going to cast it too.
It
That's
does have
a good
120
idea.
feet range.
Yeah, if you can cast silence down there, then we can go beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, sounds on
Oh.
him. An invisible person just duking it out.
I don't know if we need to be invisible if we can just silence and then beat the crap out of them. Nobody's going to hear it.
It's so he can't
I
pick
don't-
us out in a crowd afterwards.
Oh, hey, there's absolutely no way there's not a camera down there.
I didn't see any though. So
They're
it must have
invisible.
been
I had
them.
to have see invisibility on to see them.
Right, and there's none in this room we're currently in. Being very obviously standing in the middle of it.
Right, camera doesn't mean microphones.
Yeah, but they would have still seen us.
It's hard to tell. I can't cast the invisibility right now.
Right. Also, Otho, why do you have that on your nose?
Why do I have what on my nose?
You got a pina colada, and they put one of those garter belts around it, like they do on margaritas, and you had it around your nose at one point.
Oh, Otho
Oh.
got freaky with one of the waiters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to enjoy the party, you know, Talah.
That is
Right.
what Gobx is telling Talah.
So if you can go beat him up, I can put greater invisibility on you, but you only got 1 minute. I can't give you 2 like before.
I can get him off in one. Get him off. I can get him down in one.
Get him off in one.
I'm gonna distract him a different way, okay?
This arm's
Sure, you
got
can get him
other
off in 1
uses.
minute.
It's like, what are you going to transform that arm into?
You already came.
Not me.
She's gonna
I mean-
whisper into his ear. Have you ever heard of hentai?
Just, I mean,
Just
If
make it
his-
so
if his-
uncomfortable that he never wants to talk about it to anyone.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, if his dad already liked Talah, then maybe mini version also likes Talah.
Yeah.
This is not
Let's do that. Silence the end of that corridor, and then I'll cast greater invisibility.
Right, I'm good
Yeah.
to go.
Nate is standing at the ready. That would be about there.
So, run it back for me from the top. What are you guys actually doing now?
Nate's casting silence, so there's no sound being generated in that bubble that's on the screen right now.
Mhm.
And then Gob's greater invisibility is going to beat the shit out of the dwarf.
Okay.
Like, not kill him, just
So,
So the cameras are going to see this guy just be rocked back and forth, but we can't really do anything about the fact that we're going to be walking down there. So why are we taking all this? Why are we taking all this precaution if we're like the group is not going to be hidden anyways?
so he can't yell for help, I guess.
Can't yell for help, so the invisibility doesn't really mean anything
Yeah, there's
for the moment.
do anything.
yeah, and you're
it
also
gives-
you can estimate you're going to be about 25 feet underground by a vault door. Nobody's hearing anything that's going to happen down here.
Oh, so we can expect that? Okay, from like the,
I mean,
the build of the
realistic-
corridors.
Yeah, because you're way underneath everything at this point.
Well, you said it now, so don't you dare take backsies.
Can't no backsies. Okay, so we don't need silence. We don't need to cast anything. Let's just bum rush this guy. Let's go.
Sunscreen, no backsies.
I mean, as I said, it would give Gobs time to actually get over there without him reacting. Also, who's to say he doesn't have a alarm button?
It's true.
Yeah,
That's a good point. I can check.
if you want, sure. Then maybe stay over by him as a fly. And when I get over there, just, I don't know, fly bite him.
Just to put that idea into our DM's head.
I am going to turn into a wasp instead.
Oh no.
I
gonna turn-
hope to
I'm-
God he's not
It's better.
not allergic.
That's how to fall. Like, I'm gonna turn into the standard honeybee. I sting him. Well, you just murdered yourself. Okay.
Yeah,
Back to
that's why I'm saying a wasp.
Imagine that he actually is allergic to this.
So,
And you
I'm
just
not
kill
saying
him
I'm
with a
going to sting him. I'm just saying that I'm going to turn into something that can.
anaphylactic shock. He's just something.
So, a Japanese hornet.
No, just a
Japanese
regular ass wasp.
Okay,
Just a
So-
simple wasp.
Talah's turning into a wasp.
Yes.
Understand, just to be clear, if you go to the bottom of the stairs, we can see anybody that walks to the bottom of the stairs. This is a well-lit section. So there's not a door there. So for anyone else who's following Talah down, understand that.
Well, Talah's gonna check if he has an alarm button by his desk first.
Okay. Talah, in this case, because a wasp is bigger than a fly and they make distinct noises, I can hear a wasp from 15 or 20 feet away. And I
That's
know
fine.
what it is. So,
Yeah.
if you're trying
Doesn't
to do
mean you can
this,
spot it immediately.
I mean, I do, but
Besides,
I'm a
I
psycho.
might be able
so.
to, but
Here-
I might be
I-
able to distract him by him looking at me. So
You're gonna fly down there as Wasp Talah.
yes,
Are you gonna try to get his attention, or are you going to try to avoid his attention?
I'm going to try to avoid his attention. But if I get his attention, I'm going to play into it.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
it does. It does.
Right.
So,
There's no stats for a wasp anywhere. Just a giant wasp. I'm not turning into a giant wasp.
he would
I'm-
definitely notice a giant wasp. just to be
What, a
clear.
medium-sized wasp just going... "Rrrr."
I think he would shit his whole self at that point.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah, there's
So
no stats
I
for a
need
wasp.
a stealth check from you.
Okay. Just a +2, baby.
So yeah, as you start to buzz your way over there, he's kind of leaning forward on the desk. He's got his hands folded. He goes, "The hell?" And he does stand up and he picks up he's got a big smithing mace. He's got that in his hand and he goes, "All right, you little bastard. I don't feel like getting stung today. and he's going to actively try to hit you.
All right. So, question:
Mm-hmm.
how tall is the ceiling?
10 feet, maybe.
10 feet. I'm gonna try and stick as close to the ceiling as possible.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
He
you fly
possibly
up there.
has to stand on his chair or something.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna stand on the chair, which he still can't. He's trying to swing up and get you, and can't really get you. So now he's got like 1 foot on the chair, 1 foot on the desk, and he's just kind of, because you're sitting there still, he's kind of slowly looking at you, and he's gonna do that thing where, like, I don't know if you've ever done this, like with the handle, he's gonna try to just squish you against the ceiling.
Yeah.
So,
I hope he slips and breaks his neck.
I mean, if he falls and makes noise, you guys know to move.
What's your AC?
My AC is 12.
Yeah, so
wasp stacks.
I don't know.
I'll be honest
Because
with you.
there's no stats on a wasp.
I don't think there's any insect that could dodge this hit because he rolled really well. So now, before this next thing happens, I assume the rest of you are at the top of the stairs ready to come down?
Around the corner-ish, yeah.
Yeah, so let's do this then, because he very successfully squishes the wasp. And then as he pulls his hammer back, Talah falls. So
Yeah,
Talah,
Talah,
put
you heard the
yourself
grass falls.
right here.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
On top of him, squashes him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Talah in her full-on regalia
Yes.
as well.
And just her beautiful gown and hair and everything.
I blue screened, sorry.
Oh,
Claim
fun.
to have come back from a curse and thank him for his bravery.
All right. So he's gonna go, what the? And
Finally.
so you hear, so for everybody up the stairs, you hear a bunch of commotion. You hear him say, what the? And Talah say, finally. At this point, we're going to roll initiative. Combat hasn't necessarily started, but this is just so we can get an order that everybody's taking actions in.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's get our tokens out so we can select ourselves.
Question, Sunscreen, did you clear your turn order before we start rolling? Okay. 3. This
Speed is key.
This is gonna be a great thing, isn't it? I'm hoping you guys give me some kind of time to rectify this.
All right, Othokent. So I will tell you, it's going to take you about 15 feet of movement to get to the square you're currently on.
All right. Well, as of currently, I am just going to hold because Talah hasn't yelled for assistance or anything yet.
Okay, so you're going to move down to the base of the stairs and hold.
I'm gonna still try and stay somewhat not in direct view and just wait for Talah to yell out help.
He's still playing the situation. He hasn't heard anything.
So you're not going to go all the way down the stairs?
No. I'm gonna give her a moment, see what happens.
Nate?
Thank you.
He's rolling himself into initiative real quick.
Oh, yay. It didn't register. There we go.
Nat 1 buddies on initiative. Woo!
Yeah, he still got higher than me.
All right.
I actually
so,
have advantage on initiative. Let me just do the second roll. I forgot that.
Did we have advantage?
He does.
Oh.
Take the
I-
5! Take the
Yeah.
5!
I think I'm just gonna stick with the 6, if that's alright.
Why? It doesn't change anything.
All right. Before his turn starts, Talah, I will give
Yeah.
you one opportunity to try to talk your way out of it if that's what you think you would do.
Okay. Well, as she started with the finally, as she just starts to kind of wipe off like dust or something off of her clothes. Oh, sorry. Someone kind of got mad upstairs and used some magic on me. I guess a polymorph or something. Just I tried to find someone who would help, but the cooks just kind of waved their hands at me. And I saw light coming from a crack behind the wine rack. This is probably a place I'm not supposed to be, is it? I'm sorry.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Of course.
And
with
that
this-
dress?
You know, good dress makes you lie better.
Yes. Good dress and some revealing bits and
I mean,
pieces.
have you seen
know?
her?
Mm.
You heard me.
Wow,
Oh,
he's gay.
you can't blame us for trying. This is going to go horribly because I have a +1 in deception. I told you.
Right, you made it accidentally past a magical ward to the vault. Understand, I don't know who you lot are, but you're either really brave or really, really fucking stupid. And he's going to attack you.
Well, he can't see all of us, can he?
No, not yet. Oh, there
Wrong.
goes the turn order.
Alright, so he's going to try to hit Talah.
Okay, can I while he's making that motion yell out to the others?
Yeah, you can go, ah, hammer!
Yeah.
It's hammer time! It's hammer time!
Not the dress!
Don't break my moneymaker, please.
Oh, it's just like that episode of Firefly.
It's a 7, so he misses and
missed,
hits the
awesome.
wall behind you, and you can tell it's a good thing he did because the wall kind of cracks a little bit behind you.
Oh boy.
Don't
So
worry,
you
Abraham
see-
has many.
Guys!
Fun magical
have
runes
beaten
glowing on his hammer.
Out his throat.
No,
Nate,
First,
it is
buddy.
your turn.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, Nate is gonna go full blast.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Yes.
So
no killing.
Yet.
No!
Nate has 35 feet of movement. And a double move would make that 70, right?
Yep.
And then he has a bonus action dash.
How are you getting double movement and a dash? Nate?
Fleet of foot.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you go zipping down.
The,
Wait, can you do 2 dashes in a single turn?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Okay,
Dash,
just
dash.
confirm.
That's
Alright.
part of why rogues are scary.
Alright, so you're able to make it there, so that uses your action and your bonus action.
Yep. Just the fastest you've ever seen a big dude clear 100 feet.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
Turn around, man. And that's it.
Man or ma'am?
Man.
Alrighty. Abraham, it is your turn.
You say to Otho is 15 feet, and then
Yeah, so for you to get there, it'd be 20 feet of movement.
so that's 30.
Yes.
Done. I don't have a lot.
I still have Blast Without a Trace running if anyone wants to hide.
I mean, I have a
know.
plan. I just need to wait for my turn and hope that it works.
Alright. Well, I don't know how tough this guy is. I don't want to blow all my spell slots. So I want to take my chance at just trying to shoot this guy with some ranged spell attacks.
Okay. Alright, so you cast Eldritch Blast.
Mhm.
So both shots go off. The first one catches him square in the side. The second one does bounce off of his shoulder pauldron and impact the wall behind him.
Oh, only 3/4. So he's hoping to get a double hit. So disappointed in myself.
Right? Well, yeah, he takes it and he looks to his left and goes, "Right, we're gonna have fun."
Are we?
Aye.
Do you mind if I set this one up?
Yes.
Oh.
Tried the sting, me lass.
I
I
didn't
have
know such a thing.
allergies.
I was just sitting on the ceiling.
No pegging on first date.
The
Alright,
sting was
anything
just
else
never
for
gonna
you,
harm me.
Abe?
No, that's it.
Alright, Gobs, it's your turn. Again, would have taken you 20 feet of movement to get that far.
All right. That is one move then. Then I am going to dash.
Okay.
That's my dash.
Mm-hmm.
And I do... I don't think I have much else I can do. Because I'm very terrified of using Eldritch Blast on him. Yeah, I'm just gonna end there, just run at.
I will say, if it helps you at all, the one blast that did connect with Abraham, he absorbed it, and it obviously hurt, right? Because it's an Eldritch Blast, and it hit him. But it's not like he's like terrified because he got hit by one.
Yeah.
He's still standing and cocky after one. If that helps judge anything.
Cocky.
I did still dash, so I can't really shoot anyway.
Yeah, I'm just giving you that information for your knowledge.
That. Thank you.
Othokent, I know you were holding at least part of your turn. Did you want to do anything?
I mean, I would just like to start moving down once I hear shit go wrong.
Yeah, if you want to use your movement to get as far down as you want as you can, you can.
Then I
So
would
again,
be roughly
you
here
use
by the
15.
end.
So that would be
13.
that's 30 feet. Yeah, you could still dash if you wanted to get closer.
Nah, that's fine for now. I don't need to be all up close.
All right, Talah, it is your turn.
Okay, great. I am going to cast Polymorph on him.
Okay. What kind of save is it?
That is a Wisdom save. DC 16.
You turn him into a giant ape.
Okay,
Yes.
and what are you attempting to turn him into?
A simple turtle. So not a snapping turtle, just a turtle.
Fox turtle.
So-
Painted turtle.
Just
moment.
turtle.
Two
Looking for a
tail.
token. Total.
I found a homebrew page on a turtle, by the way. That's somewhat decent if you want it.
I'm looking for something else. Hold on a second.
Okay. I'm gonna just send you a link.
Oh shit. Now we're fighting Raphael.
No. Because if you read polymorph correctly, his entirety becomes turtle.
Yes, Raphael.
Not a
He has a hammer, so who would that make him? More like
not a
Donatello?
TAMNT, just
A T.
Just a T.
yeah. Just a T.
Just a tranny.
None.
Yeah.
At ease.
The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality.
It can't take actions, speak, cast spells,
Mm-hmm.
or speak. Yeah, hands or speech. Target's gear melds into the new form. Can't do anything.
Nope.
It could be a turtle.
It can be a turtle.
He's a turtle.
He's a turtle.
Oh my god, amazing. And then I'm going to jump over the desk.
How long does it last?
An hour concentration based.
Step on him,
Alright.
make him pop out of his shell, take his shell, throw it at him. Thanks.
All right. We are at least temporarily out of combat.
And that's it for me.
For up to now.
Okay. So that happened.
Good job, Talah.
Yeah, there's actually a banister here, Nate. So if you hop over that or go through that, he's not going to be able to get through it because he's a turtle. So
Nope.
you're as long as you don't bust him out of polymorph, you're able to hop over that with ease and not have to deal with him.
Just
So
make
now?
sure there's no alarm back there.
How is he going
Go
to
ahead,
reach?
check
He's
for
a
an
turtle.
alarm.
He's not
There wasn't
intelligent
an
enough
alarm.
to.
Oh, he loses intelligence.
Yes, his entire being of
He-
existence is turtle.
No, I thought this is in character. I thought he was like you, Talah, in the form but still him.
That's the difference between wild shape and polymorph.
So,
When you polymorph, you become the thing. You don't just take the form of it.
All right then.
how is it looking for cameras?
So,
Give me an investigation check.
we have slightly less than an hour before he becomes himself again. And we should probably be gone.
You see no cameras.
Yeah, I don't have see invisible.
Yeah, giant vault door in front of you, though. You found that without too much trouble.
Now we just need to find a way through it.
Investigate.
So,
Assist.
yeah, so it's a giant vault door. It is not. There's nothing about it that seems arcane. Except for the lock itself. Seems to be arcane in nature. There's a dial with various dwarven words on them. Like three spinny dials
Mm-hmm.
with different dwarven words on them.
Words meaning.
Like it's got a bunch of different words, and if you pick the right 3 words, it'll open.
Oh, what words are they though?
I'm not going to list off 105 combinations of words. Just know it's a bunch of words.
Okay.
Can we make with these words that same phrasing again?
No.
Okay. Something similar?
Depends on how you define similar.
Curse words regarding a forge.
No.
Aw.
So, no, I don't think this will work actually. I have a magic item called the Locksmith's Pick.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that specifically only worked on non-magical doors.
Did I give you that item?
It was the magic key I bought randomly at a shop and later got identified.
Is that one I made up?
Yeah, I believe so. It's also one you told me about in voice, but I don't have it written anywhere. I believe I was waiting for it in writing, but I don't find it anywhere. I could probably go back in the old
Hold on,
videos
I'll
and find
find
it
it.
somewhere.
Hold on. I found it. I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Just in case it could be useful here. I don't know if it could be. That's the one, thank you. Knock. Also, I'll just be putting this into my actual sheet, so I have it mid-recalled.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, no, I can't use it all. I'm not a rogue. Never mind.
Let's disregard that,
Alright.
because I wouldn't have let you buy it if you couldn't use it.
To be fair, I bought it blind.
Yeah. I'll just say like you can't do any of the lockpicking stuff unless you're proficient with thieves' tools, but using that spell, as long as you're attuned to it, you can do that.
Alright.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Because it just lets you pick stuff at a distance, like with the ghost grip stuff. If you don't know how to pick a lock,
Yeah, then
can't
it
really use
doesn't really matter.
yeah. But yeah,
Alright. I have something that might work then. Just looking up how that works.
knock.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Only mundane locks.
Knock will open a magical lock.
Mhm.
No?
What am I thinking of that opens a magical lock?
Oh, never mind. It can actually do something to them. Let's see here. A target that is held shut by mundane lock or that is stock or barred becomes unlocked, unstock, or unbarred. If that object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. If you choose a target that's held shut with arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally. So it suppresses arcane lock and works on mundane locks.
Yeah, so it's the lock is magical, but it's not arcane lock. So let me tell you what it would do for you. It would give you one of the three words. Right? It'll set one of the three dials for you.
Okay.
And what that would do is if based off the words, right? If say somebody were to do an insight check to try to figure out what the other two words would be, it would lower that DC. Because instead of trying to guess at what a dwarf would set all three words to, you'd only have to guess two.
Ooh. Can I do that insight roll?
Sure. Are you wanting to do that before the knock or after the knock?
Well, after.
I'm
After?
going to use the
After
knock.
that first one's in there.
Okay. Also, keep in mind, knock is very loud.
Cast
The
silence.
The first locker tracked is summoned each day using the pick is completely silent, regardless of mechanical noise. Will that work on the lock noise?
It will not work on knock.
Silence.
Will silence suppress knock?
Suppress the noise. I would imagine.
It's worth a try.
It's either I burn my scroll or somebody casts it.
I don't have it.
Nathan does.
Nate, best boy.
For when he wants Talah to shut up.
Oh my word.
What?
So,
Silence.
Really?
hold on. So, is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna cast silence, use the item to do knock.
Yes,
And then
because
I'm
the
gonna
knock
do that
for that
insight.
one can specifically be cast without verbal components, so it works inside silence.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Nate, go ahead and cast your silence. Show me where it's gonna be.
It's a 20-foot radius. And I guess I can only put it up against the door because that's the point I can see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then you cast knock. The first dial flips through all the different words on the first word and stops on fire.
Okay.
And then you're give me an insight check.
Mm-hmm. 23.
So as you look
24,
through
8.
all of the different ones,
I'm busy.
okay. Yeah. So as you flip through all the different ones, you go, oh, duh, they're smiths. So the first one is fire, the second one is steel, the third one is hammer. And you set all three locks, and I will say you feel them click in and the bolt drop because you wouldn't hear it.
You know, silence.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't hear it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what would you like to do now?
Open the vault.
Hey, look at you. So as you open the vault, you get to see in it. Doo-doo. I hate diagonal.
I know, right? It's horrible.
All right. That's close enough. All right. So
Yeah.
in the middle, so the big door rolls away, and you would hear it chunk when it rolls off to the right here, because it does get out of the zone. So it rolls in chunks. And sitting in the middle is a chest, with a lock on it. And there's other vault doors as well.
Let's go.
Hmm.
I'm going to look at all the flooring and the stuff to look for. I'm looking for mechanisms that we're going to trigger as we go into this vault.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk
Yeah,
out of
me too.
the silence zone.
Investigation check.
I'm casting guidance on my Thalf.
Mm-hmm.
I am assisting Abram.
Mm-hmm.
The advantage with guidance.
Mm-hmm.
It was perception, right?
It's an investigation.
Oh, investigation, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty.
Okay. Right, yeah, you're not able to find any traps or pressure plates or alarms or anything like that. You do notice though these inner doors much more secure than the main vault door. You're not entirely sure if you could get through these or not. They do appear to be magically sealed, and it's not a combination lock. It requires all the other doors require a key.
I see. So I'm going to walk up to this thing.
Mhm.
I guess there.
Mhm.
There-ish. And examine this container.
Yeah, you would have known. With that investigation check, you covered everything. So it's a large chest.
Hmm.
It's not locked, and no traps or anything that you could surmise there.
Okay. Oh, why is that not? Oh God, it's always like this, isn't it? I do not like having to take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Just hard cast it.
Don't have it prepared. That's why it's a ritual cast. You don't prepare it. Saves you a slot.
Can't help you there, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna let them investigate some stuff for a minute. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. Fuck me.
Okay.
Something happens in that 10 minutes time as they're investigating stuff, or they ask me to read something because I can't read it, then I guess I'll be interrupted, but just whatever.
All right. So for the 10 minutes that he's casting Detect Magic, is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Druid crafting some salad for the turtle.
I mean, is the turtle still hostile?
No, it's
Snapping
turtle.
at you.
It's
It's
a turtle.
It's turtle.
Yeah, but it's the same person.
Yeah,
No
but he
person.
loses all mental capacity he had.
All right. So Talah's making salad, which sounds like
Yeah.
a euphemism.
And then afterwards, she's going into the vault as well.
Okay.
Just
Oh, it
waiting.
retains
No
alignment
tossing
and
of-
personality. It retains alignment and personality. It's Snappy Boy.
Yeah, snappy boy, but it takes
Yeah.
the lettuce. It,
Oh,
ang-
oh,
so
it,
he wants-
it angrily eats the salad.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we just interrupt his dinner like he was supposed to go in a moment and he's real hungry?
That's why he was mad. Like, I'm really fucking hungry.
And now
Like,
I've made him happy because I gave him food.
except you're feeding a dwarf salad. You're making an enemy
No.
for life.
No. I'm feeding a turtle salad, and one of their favorite foods is salad.
Is
I'm
there,
actually making him happy.
Gobs, anything you want to do during this 10 minutes?
I'm just gonna walk around, just look at things, basically. Like, see if it. I'm guessing these are all more number combination locks, right?
No, they're not. They're not number combinations. They're key.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got nothing for any of those.
Yeah, and they all look like they require multiple keys. Get into those.
Hey, Gobs, do you think that the keys are somewhere behind his desk?
I doubt it, but it never hurts to look.
I'll tell you, when you were by the turtle, there wasn't any drawers in that desk. It was literally just like a table
Oh.
to sit down at.
Well, then disregard what I said. They might be on him, though.
Talah, question. Is it true that turtles die if you put them on their back, or is it just they can't get up?
Oh, well, they mostly can't get up, and then they die eventually of starvation and thirst, and it's very sad, really.
Yeah, that is sad, but I'm very happy to know they don't die outright. So if you see a turtle on its back, just flip it over. They're all right with that.
Carefully, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they bite, right?
They can. When they're in distress. And if you do flip them back, just be careful not to break their shell.
All right, about now, you've got detect magic kicked on.
Okay, what's magical around me? 30 feet.
So the vault doors, these inner vault doors have multiple levels of abjuration magic on them. And then you would see.
And I guess I would be moving as I walk around with it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it we were looking for again?
A gigantic, the Coke recipe, the recipe for Coca-Cola.
Basically.
Looking for KFC's secret herbs and spices.
Question,
Yeah.
the chest in the middle, is that magical?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, I'm going to check that then.
All right, give me a second. I'm hunting for one more thing.
It's a mimic.
No,
Motherfucker.
abjuration as well. So yeah, all of these walls, everything in here is horribly coded in multiple different abjuration spells. You can tell arcane lock for sure. You can tell alarm for sure. There's another one that you'd have to do a check to see if you had an idea of what it was. That would be a DC 16.
Arcane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a form of Mordenkainen's private sanctum.
Alright, we're not getting in here without his key. Go see if that guy's got keys behind that desk.
Well, probably
we
not
are-
behind the desk.
Okay, where would they be?
On him?
You mean he's turtle now? We turned the keys into turtle.
So while you guys are having that conversation, Gobs, you open the chest. There is, you know, those kind of like accordion file folder things where you can put multiple files in. You see one of those in there.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna just open it and have a look at it.
So there's several sealed envelopes in there that are labeled different things. You know, one's like a building is labeled that it's a building contract. One's labeled Last Will and Testament. One's labeled Memoirs, and then you do find one that's labeled Smelting Recipes.
Should we just take all of this? Or just...
Make sure it's in there.
I mean, obviously. I'm going to check to see if the smelting thing is in there then.
It is sealed with wax.
Wasn't there something that he didn't want us to open it?
I think so.
Well,
But how do we know that the right recipe's in there? It could be a smelting recipe for 10 for all we know.
Right. I mean, yeah.
It could also be the right recipe for all we know. I mean, we've been sent here to get the recipe. And that if it's in a sealed envelope, God knows who knows.
I'll mend the seal, just open it.
Alright.
What if it's only
Yeah.
to be opened under certain conditions or something?
Do we need another silence?
Is there, well, no, it's not magical, is it, that envelope?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But who knows? It might be made of some kind of weird, light-sensitive paper that can only be opened in the Underdark, or God knows what.
Fine. But if it's not in here, then we have to come back. We don't have Gala to do that under.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for checking it. We are in, like, a pretty dark area anyway. We're underground. I do agree we should check that it's in there. And if you can fix the seal, then sure.
I can cast Mending on it, whether or not that does exactly what we needed to do. Well, it's up to whoever's going to inspect it later.
Okay, so you break the seal and look at the letter or the page piece of paper that's in there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
basically just to make sure it's the right one.
All right, there's something very specific written on the piece of paper you find inside.
Yeah.
And I have sent it to you.
This was a distraction, dumbasses. Police is on their way.
There's a trap. The door closes behind you. Otho's left outside with an angry turtle.
Oh yeah, this is the right thing. As she puts it back down. This is the right thing.
All right. One more minute. Cast mending on it. Prepare the seal.
All right, and now we just get out of here.
Yes, but we also have the turtle to deal with. We need to take him with us. He knows what we look like.
What do we plan on doing with him then?
Give him to the chef.
Give him to. You
I
know
don't
that if
think-
he gets damaged, that he turns back into himself, right?
Also, we weren't supposed to kill anyone.
That
They said
too.
rough them up, it'll be fine. Just don't kill anyone.
Okay, then leave him there.
I mean, I'm also going to say his boss probably ain't gonna be too happy that he failed at doing his job in any way, shape, or form.
Shape and form.
If it stands to him, there's a chance he's just gonna be quiet about what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, let's add a dwarven foreman to the list of our enemies. It'll be long and storied like their Book of Grudges.
All right, let's just get out of here then. Try to find a way out of this. Keep it simple.
Indeed,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a
well.
Mai Tai on the way.
All right, so how do you plan on leaving? Like, what's your plan for getting out of the basement? And are you leaving as a group? And what are you doing to leave if you're trying to be inconspicuous, or if you're just going to be big balls in it on the way out the door? Give me those details.
Right.
And where are you going?
Right. So I think for Talah at least, she's going to use her last wild shape to turn into a fly again to make it out of this entire area.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the kitchen and then get back into the gala.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. One of
Where-
us had an outfit that could hide things in. Who was that?
That
Oh.
was me.
Alright, hide this in it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, your secret pocket.
Hell yeah.
Chloe.
Sorry, just needed that out before I forgot again.
That's a good call.
It's a great call.
Not gonna interrupt anymore. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. And I will say, as a hint, you guys have been down here a while. Based off the time, you know that you're into that winding down time frame for the gala. So probably going to be a little bit less people, less
Mm.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
Things are on the winding down section.
Reason for what I'm doing next, by the way, is exactly that. So, wild shape going out of the kitchen back to the gala, returning to her own form.
Mhm.
I haven't actually been hit, so I should still look completely fine.
You do.
I'm going to check out where
You have to
our
fix your
gear-
hair in the mirror a little bit from
Yeah,
flying
that's
around.
fine. That's fine. Which I will do then, and then I'm gonna just look around the room to see if I can find our dwarven friend. Quote unquote
he-
friend.
Yeah, so as you start to walk back through the main dining area and the ballroom,
Yeah,
doesn't seem to be around.
doesn't seem to be
You
around.
also don't see Beldrock either. Both of them are nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
So Alexi and Beldrock are not around.
Right. So then I'm just going to slightly linger a bit in a way where I have eyes on the room and eyes on wherever the others are going to come out of, so I can kind of nudge them whether or not they can move.
Yeah, so I can see you like sitting at the elbow or going up and standing at the elbow of the bar where you
Pretty
can
much.
kind of people watch. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can make sure that they can actually walk out into the gala and out of here,
Mm-hmm.
just in general, and then I'm just hoping for them to text me where to go after.
Yep. Alrighty. Alright. What about the rest of you? So Talah was able to do her stuff just fine.
I'm just gonna say I'm wondering how I even got down to the vault to begin with.
You snuck down
Distracted.
while you were pooping.
You
Fair
were-
enough.
They distracted the crew and or chefs, and you got down.
I also am
Those
ready
chefs-
with more pass without a trace.
That would be lovely. So yeah, if Nate's gonna offer up some magical support to help people sneak out, Ofo's not gonna be dumb enough to say no.
I had a plan that could also work.
And that would be.
Otho, I need to put a lot of my lipstick on you, and we both need to look a little disheveled.
It seems like quite the daring plan.
The two of you just slip out invisibly while we're making things awkward.
How many can pass without trace cover? All of us, yes?
Yes, that is a much more sound plan, but this was more fun.
Let's just sneak out with pass without trace, and if something happens, I'll make a distraction.
Sure.
I didn't say if dinner was served or how many chefs were still alive. I said I cast Fireball. So yeah, I guess stealth checks for pass without trace.
Yeah, most of the cooks are done. There's only just the guy that's doing dishes that's still doing stuff at the moment.
Okay, so there's not really a reason to burn a spell.
No, I mean he's still there. He's gonna notice if you guys don't sneak. He's gonna notice 4 people.
Gotcha.
Let's be on the safe side.
Safe side it is. +10 to stealth, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nate, you casting it?
Yeah.
Nate?
Great.
Nate?
You already cast it.
19?
25.
29.
27.
All right. Yeah, he's listening to his music. You guys, while he's working on a really, really big pan, you guys time it so you're able to slip out behind him with no real trouble.
Nice.
And then Talah sees all of you guys kind of walking up, and she's able to help, give you the proper nods to walk out without too many people noticing.
Nice.
So we have less than an hour to get out of here. We could
Let's
just
go.
walk out the front door.
We could just leave.
Yeah, we very much have less than an hour because we spent some time waiting for Abe to get done with his spell. We actually talked quite a bit down there as well. So I'm guessing for the entire escape we have about 20 minutes to half an hour.
Let's just walk out
Plenty
the
of
front
time.
door.
Yeah, just time to leave right out the front door.
Yep.
But I want
Alright.
my time. Oh,
Are you guys staggering your exit?
So I'm at the
course.
bar, right?
Yeah.
Can I get Otho his Mai Tai before I actually leave?
Yeah. In fact, as Otho's coming up, actually give me an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah. As Otho walks by, you just hand one to him.
Great.
You just knew he would need one.
Ah, grand.
You're welcome.
I love a good Mai Tai. And then
Awesome.
we just stagger our exit.
Okay,
Yeah.
and let me ask this: as you guys leave, where are you going? Are you going to meet up somewhere?
Let's meet up a few streets away.
Does anybody send Talah the location?
How
I
are
thought
we
that
supposed
Polly
to?
was-
She doesn't have her phone.
She's a fly, right?
No.
No,
She's
no.
standing by
I
at the
changed
bar.
back into me.
Bar.
I'm standing by
Okay.
the bar to lead you guys through the friggin' gala to get out without getting spotted too much.
Cool. But we're out now. We need to meet up.
Yeah, you need to send me where you guys are.
So we text her. Done.
Indeed.
Now I
we
can
text
now
her.
I can hear you think, Doc. Where is Talah keeping her phone if she doesn't have a purse with her? So, well, there's this really nice thing that women wear that you can use to hold many things. It's called a bra.
I already knew that, and I wasn't going to question it. I just presumed your phone was out of power. Or that you hadn't brought it, one of the two.
Nah, this time she actually managed
She
to.
did bride.
All right, so it's taken about 30 minutes or so for you guys to all get all your stuff together and get all caught up to one another.
Mm-hmm. I can at some point feel the concentration drop, don't I?
Yeah, it hasn't dropped yet. So
Okay.
it probably took you about 45 minutes or so. So you got about another 15 minutes before it drops.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to know what was in the letter? Gobs asks.
Me?
Mm,
Are you
sure,
gonna
if you
read
want to
it
tell us.
here?
What did it say?
It was a letter that said, "To those clever or foolish enough to make it here, I trust you've given my son a lesson worth learning. The real treasure isn't in this vault, it's the wisdom we pass down. If you've made it this far, I'd say you've earned your reward anyway. Meet me at Bell Rocks for payment."
That sounds like a trap.
Huh, interesting.
Right. Should we just go there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are going to go to the bar in the Free People's Ward that Beldrox hangs out at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hollow Pickaxe,
Yeah.
what it's called.
So on the
Oh.
way there, I feel the concentration drop.
Yeah, you feel it. Actually, you feel it drop a few minutes early.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe fell off the table.
That
Or-
or someone dispelled magic.
There's another way.
Threw him against the wall.
Ah! Ah, turtle.
Turtle, what?
But yeah, so it probably takes you guys about 30 to 45 minutes to make your way over to there, to the Hollow Pickaxe. And as you guys get to the front door, what's his name? Got it here.
Bob.
Solitaire. No.
No.
Solitaire set
No,
their apartment. Never
stop.
mind.
Yeah, Tormek, the
Mark.
enforcer. Shut up. Tormek is standing outside, and he just kind of nods at you guys as you walk up, and he holds the door open for you guys.
All right. And then.
Yep, and as you guys begin to walk in, you hear laughter, like raucous laughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so you hear one voice, which you all recognize, which is Beldrock, and he's just laughing. And then you hear the Scottish brogue of Alexei. And get this, I slapped him, and when he came to, he still had leather stuck in his teeth. Ah, they just all laughing. They're laughing real hard. So as you guys come in, you see both Beldrock and Alexi sitting at the booth. And they both have a mug of ale, and they are in tears. They're laughing so hard.
Yeah, stepping up. Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, there she is. There's the pretty one. Oh, have a seat. Have a seat. What do you want to drink, lass?
I'll have a glass of wine. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. And he just snaps. Beldrock just snaps, and you can see Rilga's in the back, and she just rolls her eyes and picks stuff up. And Alexi is just wiping the tears and says, "Oh my! Now, Beldrock said you were good, but man, the turtle thing. Whew. Oh, I've never laughed so hard. I weed myself. I was laughing so hard at my boy.
Well,
Oh goodness.
I kind of wanted to avoid conflict at any cost.
Well, lass, you did it. You did everything I could have ever wanted.
He also
just
seemed hungry.
perfect.
So,
That little bastard's always hungry.
well, he had a healthy portion of lettuce.
I know. He had some. It's stuck in his teeth. I found him as a wee turtle and slapped him. He popped up and he was so angry. He wanted to he'd go get his axe and hunt you down and cut off your ears. And I told him that you were working for me. And this whole thing was to show him that he's not as good as he thought he was. And he should check his ego. It's one of those things, right? He's always thinking he knows best. And he's mad because the workers, the gala is their big thing, right? And as my son, he should have been volunteered for guard duty so that the lads can enjoy it. They don't get to hobnob and do the fancy stuff and dress up and bring their wives, right? It's bad. It's good employee relations, and when they see him, I wanted him to volunteer to guard the vault, right? Right? Instead of saying, "Oh, you can make one of the lesser people," he looks at them as lesser. Those workers, they're the foundation of the family business. Everything's built upon them and their work, so they deserve rewards, right? Oh man, but yeah, Beldrock here told me you found the group that's looking for all these rare metals. And if they're asking around for that kind of stuff, they've got to be pretty tough and fairly capable, so we kind of hatched up this little thing between us. He owed me because he hasn't paid off his gambling debts. So it was a favor to me, but you taught the boy a lesson. So thank you. Thank you all for all your hard work.
Well,
and for the
they did
dance.
most of the work.
Right,
Oh.
so I believe we need to settle up here.
Talah? Nari?
Yeah.
You were kind of hard to hear what we were trying to say.
Oh. I said that you guys did most of the work. To him.
So, what's the damage? What do I owe you?
Well,
I believe we had a list of metals.
And Beldra goes, yeah, my agreement with them was for 15 pounds of Izika. Ooh, Izika. You couldn't have picked something cheaper like gold, huh? All right. 15 pounds, was it? All right. Do you have some place you want it delivered? Because I don't think... Do you have a bag? Do you want me to send it somewhere?
Would it be safe for us to... This is me looking towards the others. Would it be safe for us to tell them where this is going?
What does 15 pounds look like density-wise? I mean, is it huge? Is it like a lot of stuff? Like 15 pounds of felt feathers versus 15 pounds of steel?
Think of 15 pounds of clay.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's like a 5-pound bucket of it.
I mean, I think it would be safe to tell them what lab to send it to, right?
Or 5-gallon bucket, I mean to say.
Maybe?
I mean, we might as well at this point.
Yeah.
Send it to what's his name's laboratory.
Dryden.
Dryden. I want to say Dreven. I knew we already had this.
All right, sending it to someone named Dryden. Where's his laboratory at?
I believe it's in the spire, isn't it?
In
No.
Gilgamesh's tower?
Correct.
Is
Uh-huh.
it?
Yeah.
Currently it is. He moved from his workshop in Burcoin
Oh,
to
that's
here.
right. Safer, right? Remember that
Yep.
now?
All right. Well, I do deliveries there all the time. I'm sure the guy at the front desk can tell me what floor to drop it off on. I'll have it there tomorrow by noon. Fair?
Fair.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
Right.
Well, I've had enough fun for tonight. I got to drive a boat back across the river. So I'll take my last drink, and he, just upends his pint and goes, "Was a wonderful evening. You helped me with my boy. I got a good dance with a girl with a great rear end. It's been a good one. What a great gala. Have a fantastic night, y'all." And he slides out of the booth and
Hey,
begins to walk out the back.
before you head out, if your son's feeling any kind of way about this and he wants to settle things, she's going to write down basically just her cell phone number. There's my number. I'm not gonna kill him or anything, but if he wants to beat it out at a bar or something, we can figure something out.
If he needs another ego check, I'll make sure he gets this.
There we go.
And Beldrick. He goes, yeah. He goes, maybe I'll throw her number on the pile the next time we're betting. I know the kind of man you are. Like, crap. Yeah, I would like her number. We'll see. Talah here, she helped me figure out my tell. So, you're not gonna get it over on me anymore.
Please tell me you told him a wrong tell.
Maybe.
It's when you bite your lip and giggle like a schoolgirl. Everybody knows you're lying.
Do I really do that? Yes, a lot.
I want my giggle back. But yeah, he goes, well, friends, it's been fun. Sorry for the little bit of deception there. It was for the sake of his boy, right? He had to feel real, right? And you guys did good. You got past some of the wards. I owe him a doorknob, he said.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, that lying little bastard.
Mending.
Well, he said it was broken, and I needed to buy him a new one. So,
I mean, in the
was
end, no one
briefly.
was hurt. No one was hurt. Everyone came out of it fine, and well, we tried something different.
Actually,
And
I
also
think
had
he
a couple
got,
Mai Tais.
I do think he got winged.
Yeah, I shot him.
yeah, a little bruising.
live.
Won't hurt him. Yeah. But yeah, hey, just real quick. I kind of looked over this list of medals.
Yes.
You know, like some of these you're not going to find here, right?
Well, which one's you talking about? He's asking that very specifically.
Specifically the Aurum.
Oh.
Yeah, and the True Gold's going to be real tough too.
Yes, other planes of existence.
Yeah. Oh, I can help you out with this though. Call it a tip, and he slides a velvet box out in front of you.
Open it up.
There are 4, probably 3-inch diameter, cut like in a diamond, like the old school, like what you'd picture a diamond cut, sapphires.
Oh, princess cut.
No, princess cuts are teardrops. Princess cuts are different. I'm talking like when you played the DuckTales video game, the shape of those diamonds.
Stereotypical diamond shapes.
Yeah. Princess cuts an oval. Not a teardrop. They're ovals. I know that specifically because Crystal wanted a princess cut diamond on her wedding ring. It's the only reason I know it.
Imperial cut?
That saves that headache.
Beautiful. So far, so good. Now we just need to find a way to plan our travel.
Yeah, but
Does any of us have a way to travel between planes?
Apparently, I have family members on a different plane.
Yes, but
Yeah,
the Feywild is
it-
closed.
Yeah, it's been kind of tough, right? You know, with the Feywild kind of receding. I know, not all of my businesses are strictly what you call above level. Um, right now, only real way to get stuff in or out of the plane of existence, good old Shadowfell, which is why I've not been doing much business in that regards because it's a quite literal waking nightmare.
Right.
The Fae will screw with you. The Shadowfell will screw with you too, but in a non-consensual manner.
You think the Fae ask for consent?
Compared to what the Shadowfell does, yes, yes,
Hmm.
yeah. The only people really getting things in or out is that those Devil Army and that Shadow Lord they made a deal with.
I mean, I don't want to go to the Shadowfell, but I have heard rumors of a way.
Oh,
If it's the only thing, or the only way to get these things, do we really have a choice?
I guess we don't. Though I do not like the idea of going there.
You know.
it'll be fine. We will get through.
Well, worst case scenario, I'll turn into an emotionless husk again, but I've done that before.
I mean,
Yeah, I've been divorced too.
aren't the Feywild and the Shadowfell basically opposites of each other?
Yeah, the
Uh,
Fae's kind of teeming with life. The Shadowfell is kind of teeming with not life.
It's teaming with life, I've heard. It's just not life we understand.
I understand that it'll eat you from the wrong end.
Can I go there now? I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
No. This guy,
No.
I'm worried about him. Talah, you sure you want to go with this creepy old man? If you need a creepy old man, I got that covered for you.
I mean, I am sure that I want to travel with this one. As she grabs a hold of Pip's hand.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a decent fella. It's
Thank
kind
He
of.
makes great pancakes.
Are you sure you're falling for him? Because you know, one of my friends over there, they were kind of sweet on him.
Oh, I'm done falling. I've already fallen.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oof.
broken wing joke right there. And just,
Smooth.
Red faced Nate once more.
Cormac, I'm sorry. Looks like he's taken.
Okay, so we're gonna hit the old dusty road.
Indeed. Let's
All
go
right,
back,
well-
rest, and then return our suits.
Yeah, well, it was a good time. Thanks. By all means, let's just say I owe you one. You see anybody wearing one of our rings, you just let them know you need something. All right, we'll do what we can for you. You get the family discount from now on. Yeah, that real good family discount. The family now. Family. We danced.
Thank you kindly. We will keep so in mind.
All right, all right. Well, you crazy kids, get out of here. Don't do anything that I would do, because that would be foolish.
I mean, we're planning on heading to the Shadowfell, so
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Nor would most sane people. But for
Yeah,
now,
ironically, I'm very scared of the dark.
I mean, I don't think you're as much scared of the dark as what's in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm a bit traditional, but my anus, one way only.
Well, that's a deal breaker for me. Oh,
I'm
well.
confused.
All right. See, you have to understand some people, when they love each other very, very much and they're bored of missionary, they start, and that's where we're going to end this week's session. So you guys head back to your home, you get back to your apartment,
Nate
and
gets one traumatizing lesson.
yeah, Nate understands what sounding is now. It's horrible.
He
But
also then learns immediately that Talah is second that motion of it's an exit only.
Runs away crying and screaming.
she wouldn't even try. But
Hey, Nate, it's Women's
No.
Empowerment Day.
To all the news about
Women's
all
Lib
that.
Day.
Nope.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Pip can live the dream of every BG3 player.
oh my word!
Oh, he gets to go thing with the
No.
bear. Yeah.
No. We already know that Talah got all of her love advice from horses. So yeah. So oh, all right. And with that note,
I'm going to turn you to Leonardo DiCaprio.
now can you stop so I can end this stupid thing? I'm gonna have to edit all of this out.
100%
Anyway.
No, you don't
muscle
have to.
control.
Oh, swear to God. All right.
Bear,
Enough.
bear fucker. Do you need any assistance?
Good crap. All right. We will see you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye.